begun.
We're here. Yeah, we're here.
Wait, I should
Yeah.
probably stop streaming in the fucking. It's gonna probably make things crazy
Yeah.
if I have multiple things streaming on my computer.
Yeah, it's facts.
Okay.
It's facts. That's facts. That's facts. That's facts. That's facts. That's facts. That's facts. How the fuck do I do this? Yo, talk real quick.
Hello?
All right, we good.
Are you checking in stream?
Yeah, it's your fat ass stream got ads.
Oh.
TSPMO, pal, low key.
This shit pissed me off. You could just say that. You
I
don't
did.
have to speak like that. Okay. Let's begin with my go.
Don't begin because the ad's still going.
Okay, fine. I won't begin.
Like, you know what I'm
Fuck,
saying?
I
Like,
want to break shit.
this shit wildin', bro. Okay, the ad's over. All right, we're here.
And we're
Yo,
ready to
shit.
talk about
Yo, this motherfucker pulled out her books, Cody.
my Lord and
Holy
Savior. My goat.
yo,
My goat.
stream. Let
My
me tell you
goat.
something
My
about
goat.
this motherfucker and
My
magic,
goat.
right?
My goat.
So
My goat.
this this person Jasper, aka Love Jaspy, aka Fat Princess. Um, she was like she saw magic, right?
My goat.
She can expose where she saw magic from initially, but like she saw magic and she was like, "Yo, that girl, she's really cool." And then I stepped in, right? Me, Monet,
Goat.
aka King Cornelius,
My goat.
aka the goat of all goats, right?
My goat.
I came in and I was like, "Yo, you like this motherfucker magic? I do too. Let me show you some shit. Go read this shit
My
called
goat.
Storm and Magic miniseries by Chris Claremont." So she read that shit and she said, "Yo, magic is low key like that.
It's right here.
That's my goat." And I was like, "Yeah, magic is like that. Let's lock in on some more magic. Read some X-Men because she be there." Um, except the X-Men she's reading right now, she's like not there really. But like, read some X-Men and then read some New Mutants. This motherfucker still hasn't touched New Mutants. And then I told her read Magic
My
solo
goat.
series, and she got the solo series in her hand right now. And she's just like, now I locked her in on Magic, and now that's her go. She still needs to read more New Mutants to actually claim Magic fanhood. But like,
Like,
I'm gonna
this stack right here is magic alone. My goat.
I'm just like I'm gonna let her slide on saying she's a Magic fan and saying but like not reading New Mutants and just like
Well, I have
she's still
it.
on
I'm
some
gonna
shit.
get there. Let me
You know
just
what I'm
move
saying?
Supergirl to the side. But I literally have them next to me.
Drew, hey, lock
Have
in
them.
again.
Okay.
Anyways, I'm a big fan of Magic. That's big magic to you. Ilyana Rasputina. She's a goat. Brother to a sister to another goat. Shout out Big Colossus, who's next on the list. Magic from her mini series. Obviously, her introduction, she was literally like 5 years old. She didn't do shit. But like when they dropped the Limbo shit series in like what was it? X-Men number 156 or some shit, or 154. I don't know. Uncanny X-Men 150 something. Um, that shit, I was like, yo, this shit, they're going crazy in this shit. And then that two-part series ended, and then they dropped Magic getting kidnapped by that fucker named Belasco. I was like, what the Sigma? They can't be doing this. And then the X-Men were pulling her. They accidentally let go, and the portal closed. And then when the portal closed, they were like, no, we lost the child. And then the portal opened again 5 seconds later. And they're like, yes, we got the child back. But she wasn't a child anymore. She grew from a 5-year-old to a 13-year-old in 5 seconds. But really, if you read the Magic, is it a 4-issue miniseries or 8? I always forget.
The storm?
Yeah, that's 4, right? I'm on Goofy
Uh,
Goober.
that's a good question.
It says on the back.
It says on the back?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's 4. You're correct.
Yeah, I'm not a goofy goober. 4-issue miniseries, Storm and Magic, right? It covers that little 5 second period that was actually 13 minus 5. I can't do math right now. 13 minus 5 is 8, guys. Um, it covers that series. And it shows us the struggles, the hardship that Magic went through, the grooming that Belasco put her through. This was one of Chris Claremont's first really dark series that explored the idea of grooming and taking away a child's childhood. It was it was very um compelling to see Magic's development throughout the entire book and really developing into a stronger person, really developing into her own powers, really developing into a person that could beat Belasco and escape that fucking weirdo. We do not like Belasco, but we like Magic. Put Magic in the S tier.
I was like, if you say anything besides S tier, I was gonna fucking shit and piss. Because Magic's like the whole reason I got into comics to begin with.
Yeah,
So,
I was gonna. I'm a Magic fan, so like it doesn't matter. Magic is a top 5 X-Men for me, so I can respect.
yeah,
You know what
yeah,
I'm
yeah.
saying?
She is my top. Period. She is number one. I don't like any fictional character more than I like Magic. So, anyways, I now that we've yapped, I can put Magic aside. All right, now we're at her brother.
And then we got Big Peter, aka Piotr. I don't know how to say his first name in the Russian pronunciation, but we got Big Peter Rasputin, the brother of Magic. Dude, I love this guy. Right?
I don't know. He
This
kind of
nigga.
has a relationship with the child.
Okay, but like Chris Claremont is a weird writer. Ignore that part. Yo, this guy Peter is like a chill guy. Put him in S tier. That's all I can say about him.
S tier?
Actually, no, put him in A tier.
I was gonna say A tier. I'm cool with. S tier is a little extreme.
I like Magic more than him. Sometimes he's an S tier character for me. He's just a really chill and nice guy. And then
Mm.
like seeing like him go through all the struggles with the X-Men and then like gaining a harder soul, a harder like like he gets like more stern, more like prone to anger and shit like that throughout the his time with the X-Men. And he becomes like more of a real nigga. That shit's really cool. But like other than that,
Oh,
he just stays
Streamly
a chill
reminder that Monet's black. He didn't do it, so I'll do it.
I be saying nigga by the way, and I'm a white man. Yo, let me stop. I'm black as fuck.
It gets canceled.
Yeah. Peter is a chill guy. He kind of stays a chill guy, but he be having hard moments. He low key got aura when he doesn't get boxed up.
Right.
He
So
get boxed
Gambit.
up. Um, Remy LeBeau. I don't have much to say about this guy, but I fuck with Remy, right? First of all, his whole thing with Rogue, right? Shout out Magneto for stealing his girl. The whole thing
Okay,
with
we do
Rogue,
not need a fucking side diss here.
right?
That was crazy.
The relationship with Rogue that was developed, that shit was actually really interesting and nice. See, they didn't do this in X-Men 97. So like the reason why like Rogue and Remy really had a relationship initially was because a side effect of Gambit's powers was that he has this electromagnetic field, I think it is, around his body that prevents him from being affected by Rogue's powers. So Rogue's like, yo, I can actually touch this guy. And Gambit's like, yo, she's kind of bad. And so they started getting together. And that was like how it started. And then it developed into, actual relationship. And it's top 3 relationships in X-Men, right? But other than that, Gambit's is also like he's just a chill guy too. I just fuck with the nigga. His whole thing with Mr. Sinister, with how Mr. Sinister fucking experimented on him. That shit's really interesting. Um, that Loki to me is the most interesting part about him. I'm not gonna lie to you. I fuck with the Gambit powers. He's actually kind of funny. Put that nigga in a cool B tier.
B, that's actually lower than I expected from you.
I don't like him as much as Colossus.
I, yeah, okay. Professor X.
D tier. Fuck this bald
Yeah,
nigga.
I was
All right, look. Man,
I agree with you fully.
man. Fuck this bald guy, bro. Yeah, I'm not gonna about fuck Professor X is all I can
He's a
say.
jerk! Anyway, Beast.
Professor Jasper, hold on. Before we get to
Oh,
Beast,
oh, you want to
search
still say
up
something?
Professor Xavier is a jerk on stream right now.
Again? We've
I
already
want
done this.
everyone
Like, look, it's
again
already in
to see.
recent search.
I want everyone to see again. Kitty Pride spitting facts.
Professor Xavier is a jerk.
Professor Xavier is a jerk.
Yeah,
You
he's,
don't
yeah.
like this guy. He's a manipulator. He's low-key a pedophile. He's actually weird as fuck. And he's bald.
I thought you liked bald guys.
I do, but not this one. And he can't even walk. That's why Wolverine pushed him down the stairs.
Anyway, Beast. Well, on that note,
um,
Beast.
yo, dead ass. Beast is like one of the few X-Men that I almost have nothing to say about.
That's
Beast is
so
cool,
fair. He's just kind of there.
right? He be like having a lot of just there moments. Beast in the 2000s was pretty cool because a lot of the thing, like a lot of his character was focused on like the advancement and the exploration of the mutant gene. That shit's pretty cool if you like exploring just like not the characters of the X-Men, and like the overarching lore is what you like about X-Men. Beast does that a lot with the mutant gene. The shit they did recently with like Dark Beast, and especially what's his name, the nigga who can't write consistency for the life of him, Brian Michael Bendis, during his run on X-Men. That nigga Bendis does not know how to write anybody that isn't Cyclops or Magneto or Magic in that run. So his Beast is kind of an asshole. And then from then on, like the 2010s on, Beast kind of became more of an asshole. And then he was recently a villain, which was some shit that some people didn't like. I honestly didn't care about it. Beast is a cool C tier. Um, I was gonna say that's the lowest the X Men goes for me, but like Professor X is in D.
Yeah.
Um,
Yeah. All right, Cyclops.
Scott Summers. Okay, now we can get back to glazing, right? Dude, the leader of the X-Men, this nigga Scott Summers has top 3 aura on the team, bro. This nigga is so cool, right? People be like, yo, Magneto is right. Some people be like, Professor X is right. If you want to really support mutant rights, you support this nigga Scott Summers, right? Throughout the entire X-Men journey, I mean, from the start to the end, him starting off as, Professor X's number one X-Men, him starting off as, the main X-Men, the guy to represent the mutant dream, Professor X's dream of human mutant relations, right? Finally having that equality, and then going further and further into the field, experiencing more and more hardships, having people die on him losing his girl, him Loki being an asshole and leaving his other girl, him Loki
He
watching
pulled
his
Emma
girl die
Frost.
again,
That's a
and then
flex.
yeah, he be pulling a lot of girls with mental powers, or just be pulling a lot of redheads that look exactly like each other. Um,
Yeah,
Shout out
he loves his
Madeline Pryor,
clones.
man. He pulled up Madeline Pryor, and then once he heard that Jean Grey was back, he left her immediately. He left his own wife and child immediately, which is some crazy shit. But we're gonna ignore that because Chris Claremont's a weird writer. Other than that, just Cyclops developing into a harder and harder leader, going from leader of the X-Men and trying to get human and mutant relations to no, I just want to protect mutants. We're gonna ignore the human relations because you guys don't like us. Into him becoming a revolutionary, and then into him becoming a harder and harder person and saying, "I'm gonna box you human niggas if you even come close to us." You know, in the Utopia and Krakoa era, like I love that development of his character so much because he's a really good balance between Professor X and Magneto, but like all the good parts about both of those characters. So like we're gonna put my goat in the big, big S tier. My goat is top three X Men. Top three, by the way, if you didn't know. And I just want to let y'all know if you guys didn't hear me the first time, he's a top three X Men.
S tier, huh?
Yeah, you better lock in.
I'm thinking.
Yeah, you better think harder, my nigga. That nigga's an S tier per character, bro. I fucking love this guy.
He's
Batman's mentor.
okay.
Batman's mentor.
He's just like,
Yeah, you better lock in, bro.
he's just kind of boring to me. He's kind of a
Yeah, because you're not
bitch.
locked. Yeah, because you're not locked. He's a bitch. Hold on.
He's kind of a bitch. He ain't loyal either. He
Yeah, ignore that.
I don't know.
Ignore that part. His girls be dying on him on the daily.
Yeah, but like you even said in your whole argument, he left his wife and kids because Jean
Yo,
came back.
chill, chill. We all have our low points. We all have our low points. Yo,
He's a
we all
cuck.
have our low
He's a
points.
bitch.
Oh no, we
Um,
can't be cock now.
fine, but I'm not happy about it.
I'm very happy about it.
But
It's a
he's
goat, bro.
not going higher than Magic. You could blow me.
I'm
Um,
fine. I'm with it.
Nightcrawler. I love Nightcrawler so much.
I
Love
love
this
this guy.
guy. Jinx.
You know what? Again, another Yap session. The heart and soul of the X Men, right? Chris Claremont, I'm gonna be mentioning this guy Chris Claremont a lot, in negative and positive ways. Chris Claremont, when he wrote the X-Men and like actually made them good characters, a lot of his basis came from either Judaism or Christianity in his writing. Like he wrote like five different Jewish characters. One of them being Kitty Pryde, the number one N-word dropper. Fucking
She's so real for
and
that.
this nigga Nightcrawler is like the big basis of that Christianity part of the X-Men, you know, being the Catholic character himself. And like his Catholic roots, despite his devilish look, allows that contrast of character that really elevates the themes of the X-Men, right? These niggas look like monsters. These niggas look crazy, right? All the characters that don't look human, like Nightcrawler, like who the fuck else? Beast, right? Whenever he gets his animal form, that nigga Mystique. All three of them are blue. This is crazy, right? And other X Men who don't look human, right? These characters look crazy. They look inhuman. But at the end of the day, they should still be treated like people. They should still be treated with respect, you know? And that comes from, you know, what's his name? Nightcrawler fighting for that comes from his Christian roots, right? Some people may be different from you, but under God's eyes, you are still a human under them. You still should be treated as equal. And that basis, that idea that Nightcrawler holds, and he gives out to other people. One of the really good story with Nightcrawler in it, but it's like also just a really good story with like the X Men in it in general. It's the best beginner X Men story that you should read. God loves, man kills. Um, it very much accentuates that idea of like what I was talking about with the inhuman mutants looking crazy. This is one panel of the white character. I forget his name. I think it's Boulevard Trask, the main villain. He says, "Yo, look at this nigga." He's pointed out Nightcrawler. He's like, "Look at this beast. You can't treat this motherfucker like a human." But like the overall themes of X Men as a whole, which Nightcrawler really shows the most, one of the most, is that these niggas really should be treated like humans and that you shouldn't just look at their outward appearance, but instead judge them by their actions, by the person they are on the inside. And that should go on for all of you people too. Don't judge people by their outward appearance, but when you really look at somebody on the inside, when you really treat them with respect, when they really show their actions, that's when you judge them. That's when you show your greater sides of morality. Your yapping. Put this nigga in S tier so I stop yapping. Fucking you show your you should um
Yeah,
man
he's an S tier. Jubilee.
above Cyclops.
Yeah, fuck Cyclops.
Um,
I don't
I
even
have
want him
no
in S tier.
Jubilee can go in a fat ass C tier with Beast. Move on.
Real shit. Kitty Pride, the N-word dropper.
Oh my gosh. Put Kitty Pride in the big S tier as well. I love Kitty Pride too.
I want to
She's a
put her in
dope.
A.
Nah, cause Kitty Pride's half the reason why Magic's a good character.
Yeah, that
Um,
doesn't matter to me.
it matters to me because Kitty Pride has other things that are cool too. Like Kitty Pride in the Astonishing X-Men run, she's like she really grows into being yeah, this placement is fine actually.
I
Um,
put her higher than Colossus still, so.
honestly, if I had it my way, I'd put
Like, do
both
you
of them.
realize how full S tier is gonna get?
Man, they're just all S tier characters.
Like, we have a
You know what I'm
lot of
saying?
characters that are gonna end up there, so, like, I'm just.
In short, Kitty Pryde's really good in Uncanny X-Men and Astonishing X-Men, and she really develops into becoming a mutant revolutionary, but in the positive way.
And she called out Professor X, as she should.
Professor Xavier is a jerk.
We got Psylocke.
A cool B tier. She's pretty cool. Her whole mind switch thing where she switched bodies with another motherfucker that I literally forgot her name. That's pretty cool. Her whole thing with the Mojo world and all the people there in her eyes and being like connected to that, that's pretty cool. Other than that, she's just kind of a baddie.
True, she's a baddie. Rogue, my baddie.
Fine, we can put Rogue in the S tier. Yeah, that's big Rogue. Can't even lie to you.
She's a goat.
She a goat.
She a
I
goat.
fuck with her. She's cool, man. I like villain to hero characters. She's a really good villain to hero character. Her dynamic with Captain Marvel after stealing her powers, I kind of like that because Captain Marvel still beats with her to this day. Um, Something that Wolverine does with like literally like every
She
new
pulled
young character.
Magneto. I mean, like, that's a flex.
Yeah, she pulled this old nigga and then pulled the Gambit, which is crazy work. Anyways, her dynamic with Wolverine's pretty cool. Kitty Pryde's dynamic with Wolverine's pretty cool too. But yeah, and man, Rogue just growing into her own and becoming her own character, moving away from that manipulator named Mystique, um, really becoming a stronger X-Men, really growing into her own morality. I like that about her character. Her she has one of the best dynamics with her mutant power, being that she can't touch anybody. But like her character whole thing is that she longs for closeness with other people, you know, not
Hmm.
just physical but like emotional closeness with somebody else, but having that physical restraint, you know, that ability forcing her to
Hurts my
never
heart.
be close to someone physically. It's fucked up. You know what I'm saying? It's like it shows the bad sides of a mutant power, which I really like. That's something Nightcrawler's power also does, but it shows the bad side of a mutant power, which I think is really cool. Cyclops' power also does that too, but like some people aren't locked in this chat. So yeah, Rogue's S tier. Y'all gonna see a lot of X-Men in S tier, like this next one right here.
Storm.
That is
This is
also a
Monet's
top
wife.
five X-Men.
This is Monet's
Number
wife
one
right here.
baddie of Marvel, Black Queen, the X-Men's best leader, my goat,
I think said Cyclops was the best
Aurora
leader.
Monroe. Nah, Cyclops is the leader of the X-Men, but the best leader of the X-Men is Storm. Um, it's like I can go back and forth of who's the best leader, really, but really right now I'm gonna say Storm, because Storm really like becoming the leader of the X-Men and that era of X-Men went so hard. Um, Initially Storm coming in, she was really just a chill girl who really liked nature and had storm powers. But then she became edgier through time. She experienced the worst of humanity and became harder. She had to harden her soul. She lost her powers at some points and really just had to rely on her tactical and um moral nature. Then she like, she was leading the X-Men, and the more and more she led the X-Men, the more crisis she went through, like the fall of the mutants, the mutant massacre, most of the shit she went through during her leadership, a bunch of mutants fucking died. Um, and she was like, "Holy shit, these niggas be dying. We gotta lock in as mutant protectors." So Storm really locking in as a leader went crazy. Her and Wolverine's dynamic goes hard. Her and Kitty Pryde's dynamic goes hard. Her and Magic's dynamic goes hard. Her and Cyclops' dynamic goes hard. Her and Colossus' dynamic go hard. Her and Black Panther's dynamic is mid. Storm is S tier.
Oh, and before we even say anything, I'm just
I'm not gonna say anything about that. I disagree,
gonna.
but I'm
I
not
know
gonna
you
say anything
disagree,
about
but I have so much beef. So much beef.
it. I'm
I
gonna let
will.
it slide.
I'll do that, but I have so much beef. Fucking hate
Cause
this character. Fucking hate her so much. Wolverine deserves better.
look,
Anyways,
man, if the Wolverine part didn't exist, life would be a lot better. But like the Wolverine part exists. It's a big part of the X Men.
I just put
Rightful place.
Magneto. I put Magneto as number one on this tier.
Jasper knows how to lock in when she's actually locked in.
Magneto is the
The
fucking goat,
goat.
man. Like
The goat.
I have like that is such a well written anti-hero ordeal. Like
Actually goat.
cinema, actually cinema.
When this nigga Magnus was a villain, he was the best villain in Marvel. When this nigga Magnus was the leader and professor and headmaster of the X-Men, he was the GOAT. He did better than Professor X. First of all, I want to point that out. He was a way
Mm,
better teacher to the New Mutants than Professor X's manipulator ass. When this nigga went back to being a villain, he was still a GOAT. And
yeah.
then when he went back to joining the X-Men, he's still a GOAT.
He just cares about his
And
people,
now
man.
he's a GOAT right now. This nigga's character development into learning how to move on from the worst of humanity and really still yearn for that betterness for mutant kind is like is so compelling, right? You see his backstory. This nigga was literally a Holocaust survivor, and then his family died by his own superpowers, and he's like, "Fuck, humans really aren't locked in because these niggas tortured me like crazy. Fuck these human niggas. If I rule the world as a mutant, the world's gonna be better." And to me, as a real nigga, because I'm low key part of the X-Men, if you niggas didn't know, I'm really a mutant. My mutant power is classified though. I was like, yo, Magneto, that's bars. Rule the world. Because you really see that like the shit that he went through and his reaction to it is low-key valid. But then he develops into being a better person regardless. He develops into saying, nah, instead, instead of trying to rule the world, I'm gonna try to make this place a better place regardless. I'm gonna fight for mutant rights and I'm gonna fight for human and mutant equality. But then the humans aren't locked in though. And then we get that dynamic that all leads back to Magneto because Big Magneto, aka Eric Lenscher, aka his other name that I forgot, but it's a really cool name, aka Magneto. That nigga is a goat.
Now I fear for the next one because I already know how this one's gonna go down.
And then we have the other GOAT, Magneto, is a
What?
top 2 X-Men character. And then Wolverine is a top 1 X-Men character. Shout out my GOAT. That's top 3 Marvel characters of all time. Low-key top 2. Yo, right? Them them niggas tried to start this nigga off as a Hulk villain, and I was like, yo, that Hulk fight, it's all right. Yo, this placement is
I'm
crazy.
not. I'm sorry.
This
That's my
placement is
consensus. I honestly don't like putting him higher than Nightcrawler, but I mean, I understand he is better than Nightcrawler.
this placement is
He's not going higher
crazy.
than Magic and Magneto.
Yo, I'm like,
You're lucky I'm putting
I'm,
him this high. Alright?
I'm like
This is my
okay with putting
consensus.
him higher than like I'm okay him being lower than Magneto, but like, yo, let's chill on the Magic Blaze here.
No, 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 no,
Um,
no. I'm never gonna chill on the Magic Glaze.
you haven't even read New Mutants, so I don't know what you're talking to me about. But every nigga likes Wolverine. If you don't like Wolverine, it's because you're not locked in. Um, Literally like everything he goes through, like literally the start of the X Men run, right? He was already a cool character from there. Even before that, when he boxed up Hulk, which is the only thing he did before the X Men run, niggas were like, "Yo, this guy's kind of cool," and they put him on an X Men, and they just kept exploring his character more, adding on to the more the hardships he went through, and then you get one his solo series where like initially they were like, "Yo, Wolverine was a secret agent before he was like on the X Men team." And so we explored that part of him. He's like, he's been to Japan, he's been to other places in the world, and he fucking he's seen some shit, right? And he had a Japanese girl, and the girl was like the head of a criminal empire in Japan, and like not the girl, but the fucking her dad was, right? And Wolverine had to deal with that, and then he also had to deal with the Canadian government dehumanizing him and only
The
ever
fucking
treating him as a
Canadians.
weapon. Yeah, fuck the Canadians and Marvel. They're low key assholes. Um, Fucking they dehumanized him. They treated him as less of a person and more just a weapon, putting the adamantium in his body. But really in that first solo series, it explores the idea that Wolverine isn't just, a weapon. He shouldn't be treated as an animal. Wolverine is a man. He is a human. And that really does tie back into the X-Men themes of, these niggas aren't creatures. They're actually people and should be treated as people, just like what they do with Nightcrawler. And like that initial theme gets added upon more with his dynamic with Hulk, both of them getting treated as less than human. And then we get more of his backstory with the whole Weapon X scene shit with fucking his backstory in that. And then we get more of that when it reveals that he's fucking 200 years old and he went through World War One and Two and his homeboys with Captain America. And then we get more shit that's revealed. His beef with Sabretooth is a top 5 beef in Marvel. Um, Wolverine shit just keeps getting revealed. I'm not gonna lie to you. This nigga be getting more girls in his past life that be dying on him. He be getting more hardships in his life. But like the overarching theme of Wolverine is that he is a man through
Are you
and
getting a
through.
phone call?
I am from my mom of all people.
Or answer your fucking phone.
She's not home. Hold on, give me a sec. Yo, guys, tell her to put Wolverine higher.
It's probably only him here. Anyway, I already know that he's gonna put Emma Frost low. Um, and I'm okay with that. I don't know. I wouldn't put her in like D or C. I'd probably put her high B. Probably put her above silent. Like right here. You know? But I don't feel like I can say anything until Monei's here because he'd be offended if I carried on without him. Super offended. Yeah, Wolverine, that's as high as I'm putting Wolverine. He's cool. He's a cool guy. Love Wolverine. He's the midget. But don't love him as much as I love the other two. Not even remotely as much as I love the other two. I don't even love him as much as I love Nightcrawler, in all fairness, but or Rogue. But he's a Cyclops Glazer and a Storm Glazer. So I like how like this whole thing is like pretty much just Monet's tier list with me like slightly butting it every once in a while. And not even like verbally butting it. I just like since I'm the one placing them, I just put my opinion slightly on the tier list pretty much. I don't have much say in those things. But I wonder what his
Yo, listening to you just throw shade while I'm on the phone with my mom is crazy.
well,
Um,
I wasn't throwing shade.
yeah. Nah, I felt like you were throwing shade. Yo, we'll just leave Wolverine there. Wolverine better not move any lower.
He
Emma
might.
Frost. Emma
I'm
Frost is pretty cool.
I'm okay with B.
I'm not. I'm putting her in A. I like
Really?
Emma.
I thought you were gonna put her in C.
No, I'm not that big of a hitter. Emma's pretty cool sometimes. Sometimes she sucks.
That's
I like
what
her development
every
at
time
the
we talk
beginning.
about Emma, you say that she sucks. So
She does, because she's kind of a bitch. And like the whole thing with Cyclops, but she be treating Cyclops right sometimes. So I'm gonna let it slide. Yeah. She be becoming a better person. The run with Bendis, the uncanny run where Emma, Magneto, Cyclops, and Magic had like top 5 aura in Marvel. That was pretty cool with her in it. The run before that, Astonishing. I also like that run. Those are the two runs where I like Emma in them. I can't, the Krakoa era is actually good too. That's it though. But she's really good in them, so I'm gonna respect it. In A.
are we ready for the argument?
Oh shit, yeah, I forgot you like Iron Man. Yeah,
I
this guy,
love me some Tony Stark.
this fucking guy.
I love me some Tony Stark.
Yeah, man. Anthony Edward Stark.
But if you had it
Like,
your way,
if I had it my way, he's a cool A.
oh, that's not bad.
It's not. The thing
Okay.
is like I can throw shade at so many Marvel characters and I'd still put them like B and above. Like it's kind of like it's like comic book characters for me. I'd be glazing, but like this nigga Iron Man just like isn't that crazy. He has cool stories.
He's
Demon
funny.
in
He's
the
a funny
Bottle,
guy.
he is funny. Not as funny as some other characters on this list, but he is funny. But Demon in the Bottle, the story of him dealing with being a fucking drunkard and drinking too much. That's a good story. Armor Wars is pretty cool. The Extremist arc is pretty cool. Those are the only Iron Man stories that people care about. Yeah, I actually can't think of any other ones. Yeah, this nigga got like 3 stories. Fuck. Uh, yo, this nigga might go down to B. Nah, he can stay in A. Yeah, he can stay in A. Okay, yeah, okay.
All right.
You're gonna keep him in A. Yeah.
Steve
Okay.
Rogers.
Now, if I had this my way, he's top of A. Right? I like this guy, Steve Rogers. Right? He has more stories than Iron Man. Or he has more runs, I'll say. Like his running, like especially the ones in the 80s. The 90s ones were like kind of corny. Hello, Kitty.
Hello,
Yeah,
Kitty.
no, not below Kitty. You keep him there. Yeah, he has really good runs in the 80s, not the 90s, but like not a lot of characters had good runs in the 90s. Fucking Captain America representing the American dream is really interesting. I think a lot of things that like people complain about with like the Captain America character, like all like the switches that they make with his character, or like some other shit, just the political commentary. Captain America like stories have already addressed that shit in like a way that I feel like a lot of those people who don't read comics wouldn't like. But like Captain America and like the way his character addresses political commentary is really interesting to me. So I say he's a cool A. Yo, the Winter Soldier story is really cool.
Mm. Black Widow. I know how
It's
this is gonna go.
not the placement though. Like this like if it was me, My ass would say D tier because she has nothing to care about. But like, lock in Jasper. That's all you get.
I like her slightly more than I like Jean, so
Felt that.
that's
Felt that.
that's and honestly the only thing that saves her is the movies.
Truly. I'm gonna
Just because
slide
like
that
she's
ass.
not shown, but I do like that her and Bucky have a thing. I do like that, but
True.
in
We'll
the
say that goes.
movies I really liked her dynamic with Hulk. Don't
I
care
did
about
too.
the Captain America one at all. Um, but I do like her dynamic with Hulk specifically, not even Bruce, like Hulk. Because like I don't know, Hulk is so angry, so mad, and she's just like, "It's okay, I'm not scared of you. It's okay." And I'm like, "Oh, it's so cute."
Felt that, man.
So like that's the best I got for her. That she's a high D.
Yeah, shout out Black Widow, man.
All right,
Shout out
everyone,
Black
cover your ears. It's
Widow.
about to get crazy in here.
Oh, dude. Finally, bro.
It's
My goats,
Gap session
bro.
suing.
I'm like, I'm like tired of doing
Speaking of
gap
Hulk,
sessions. On God, speaking of Hulk, top one characters in comic books. Dr. Robert Bruce Banner, aka Savage Hulk, aka Joe Fixit, aka Devil Hulk, aka The Green Scar, aka The World's Breaker, aka The Immortal, aka The Incredible Hulk. Dude, I love this guy.
back to normal voice,
I
dude.
love this guy. I mean, like, give name a run. The Stan Lee run, top
Oh
three
my God,
funniest
Sabo
comic
from One
movies of all
Piece.
time.
What the heck is Sabo doing here?
Yo,
Sorry. Anyways, he said
wait.
hey.
Yeah, put Hulk Stanley run, funniest run of all time. The Bill Mantlo run paved the way for the whole psychological discussion of Hulk and really the comparison, and not even comparison, just the adding of a DID to his character. And then the Peter David run really explored that more, exploring his childhood trauma and really the Savage Hulk, right? The child persona being a representation of all the pent up childhood trauma that Bruce Banner held back, right?
Hmm.
That being that being like a coping mechanism for Bruce Banner as a character to really cope with all the childhood trauma he dealt with and it developing into his own personality when the gamma bomb hit. And once the gamma bomb hit, that own personality took a form of its own physically into the Hulk, right? And he
Hmm.
manifests himself in rage. Rage outwardly protecting Bruce Banner because when Banner was a child, he couldn't protect himself, and so this personality develops itself, and then he gets other personalities like the Devil Hulk, right? Because of that childhood trauma, he has the Devil Hulk, who really represents the father that Bruce Banner never had, the father that Bruce Banner really needed in his life. But because Bruce Banner has a skewed view of what fatherhood is, it causes
Skewed
him,
boo.
yo, EOOOW. That's how we spell boo. Um, that's three O's. It's crazy. Um, yeah, Devil Hulk. Because of the skewed view that Banner has of a father because of his father's abuse, right? Devil
Hmm.
Hulk is basically the polar opposite of his father. His father, who was trying to protect the world from the monster he considered his son, even though his son was simply just really smart, right? Devil Hulk reverts that by attempting to destroy the whole world in protection of Banner. And it's really this idea that people who don't learn how to find something better or they don't know a better idea of something have this skewed idea of
Yeah,
um
he does.
parents
Hulk
or
is like, I'm pretty sure Hulk is his favorite character of all time.
dude, that's my goat, bro.
Like,
That's
he
my
is the
goat.
#1 Hulk glazer if I've ever
Like,
seen one.
holy shit,
That's
that's
why I
my goat.
dreaded when we got to Hulk. I knew he was gonna sit here and yeah. For if I let him, he'll go
Devil,
for an hour.
Devil Hulk is really just a good representation of Banner's
Okay,
skewed
that's
view
not the
of
point of
what he
this.
wants
I
in
I,
a
I
future
understand,
life.
Monei. I understand. You know
Oh,
everything about Hulk. Where are we
yeah.
putting him?
The top of S. Why are you asking me that question?
The top of S.
Yeah,
I can't agree with you.
you can't. Okay, well you're wrong. Put him at the top of S though.
No. No.
This nigga needs to lock in, bro. You don't know real
Fine,
shit.
fine, fine, fine. I'll do this. That's the best we get in front of me.
Yo, I don't know why I gave this nigga
I
magic,
don't
bro.
I don't like that magic got moved down, but like
This is acceptable. Um, this is
anyways, moving on because we've
ah,
been on Hulk for like 5 fucking minutes.
we could be on
Hawkeye.
hold for five more. Hawkeye. Hawkeye is pretty cool. Um,
Hawkeye is I man, the memes of Hawkeye were he just like beats absolutely everybody in the universe is so funny to me.
he's goaded, right?
Like
The
everyone
only
points out in the Avenger movie, the one fucking movie he's not in is the movie they lost. Even though
really
in the Avengers movies it really feels like he does nothing.
he's locked, bro.
Oh man,
Hawkeye
he
is
don't
pretty
miss. He don't
cool.
miss.
I actually really like Hawkeye. Put him in B for blood.
Beaver blood. All right,
Um,
Thor and
yo,
Hulk
Sabo,
goaded. Oh, so you got somebody backing you up here because he also is a Thor fan.
Sabo's a real nigga, and I can talk about Thor too. Let's get into
Clowns.
Big Thor, right? The J. Michael Straczynski run, the Jason Aaron run, the what's his name? That the one that's going right now, the Immortal Thor run by Alan, not Alan, Al Ewing, who also wrote
Alan.
Immortal Hulk. Yo, shout out Alan. Yeah. That's my guy Alan. His birthday is today, actually. So everyone say happy birthday to
Oh my god, it's Alan's
Alan.
birthday today?
It is Alan's birthday today.
Oh.
Fucking Thor, right? Those three runs with the Jason Aaron, J. Michael Straczynski, and Al Ewing run, Immortal Hulk,
Mhm.
elevated this nigga Thor in my standing to a top seven, five, six, seven. Top six Marvel character. My bad. Yeah, this nigga's a goat. Right. I
He's
mean,
cool.
like from the J. Michael Straczynski run and like showing Thor learning how to rule Asgard and deal with his people while also being a superhero. That was really cool. And he also had like a top three aura moments in the 2000s where he pressed Iron Man after Civil War after Iron Man stole his hair to make a clone of him and killed the black guy. Thor was like, "Yo, don't do that shit ever again, or I'll fucking kill your black ass." Except Iron Man. Um, and then like in the Jason Aaron run, which had like it had the God Butcher arc, it had the what's her name, the Jane Foster arc when she was Thor, like back to
Oh
back to
yeah.
back. Jason Aaron was writing banger. It had the Thor, the unworthy Thor arc. All those arcs in the Jason Aaron run, which was like I think it was a 6 year run. They were all goaded, showing the struggles that Thor goes through, whether dealing with other gods and other pantheons, and having to be the strongest god and really defender of the gods, and then having to deal with not having his hammer and learning how to be worthy of getting his hammer back while Jane Foster was Thor at the time. And then Thor just also just like dealing with being the king of Asgard in the Immortal Thor run, dealing with being basically Marvel's Superman, because like Marvel has Superman copies, but like really Thor and how Thor works is kind of like fucking the same dynamic that Superman kind of has, where their powers are built and amped up by hope. So as long as they exist, hope will always be there, and their symbols, right? Thor's symbol being the hammer, Superman's symbol being the S symbol. Really, like their symbols are a symbol of hope, and Thor is dealing with being a symbol of hope while also dealing with all of his Asgardian shit, dealing with other gods, dealing with the shit in space. Thor really has a lot of space exploration. There's a lot of building with Thor and Marvel that's really good. Thor just like his stories most of the time are actually bangers. Sometimes he has misses. Don't ask me about no 60s Thor. I know you're kind of boring. Um, but Thor I don't know how much Jasper would agree. I put this nigga in S tier. I don't care where in S tier, but I put this nigga in S tier.
I'd put him above Cap and A.
That's fine.
I like Thor. I don't. He's just kind of, I don't know. Like I like him. I don't love him. He's
I love
cool.
that guy.
They nerfed Odin too much in the movies. I don't read Thor comics, so that's all
Or
Monet.
Odin's an old nigga. That's all I can say about him. He's an
All
old
right,
nigga.
everyone get
But shout
mentally
out to
prepared
Odin.
for the Wanda hate that's about to come through.
Yo, Wanda, holy shit. Dude.
This guy hates Wanda.
I hate Wanda for one reason, and that's the ending of House of M. Fuck Wanda! Yo, no nigga should be looking me dead in my face and saying I'm a Wanda fan after that story, after reading
No
that
more
story.
mutants, Monet. No more.
You can't look me in my face and say, yo, I fuck with the X-Men. Read that story. Still say I fuck with the X-Men, and then look me in my face and say, yo, I lucky fuck with Wanda. I'm not gonna lie, gang. You say that shit in my face, I'll need you to like, walk off a bridge. Like this shit ain't it. Like this motherfucker just deleted mutants for no reason. Like, hold on. Like, I get that, like, like in the fucking House of M story, mutants were causing a little bit of problems because they all had dreams and they wanted to live life good. But like that's because we were disrespected by the other people. So like
I
obviously
like
we
how you
want
just
to live
said
our
we.
lives really.
You just said
'Cause
we were disrespected.
I'm part of yeah, we were disrespected, you know what I'm saying? My people were fucked up. Um that's why we wanted these dreams, and our dreams were so powerful. And then Wanda was like, nah, you mutant niggas are causing problems. Low key, if I delete you niggas, we can just lock in. And then because of this shit, we get the Marvel mutant shadow ban era where Marvel's like, yo, Disney bought us and Disney don't got X-Men rights. So what if we just like don't do anything with the X-Men? Yo, Marvel, Disney, fuck you, nigga. Why are you shadow banning my goats? Why do I have to live in this era where you try to make the Inhumans the new X-Men? Leave the Inhumans alone. Like you just made them worse. Like I didn't even hate the Inhumans until the mutant shadow ban era, where the fucking Inhumans just decide to become the new mutants, and then now they suck as comics, and now the X-Men comics are mid because Marvel doesn't care about them anymore, and they give them fucking mid writers because this bum Wanda decides to have a terrible moment. But like all in all, Wanda's just kind of boring. Like even without this shot, like there's nothing to care about with Wanda,
She's kind of like a
especially
really
now that she's
tragic
like,
character. Like, I feel for her in certain points, just like the whole like wanting a family thing and all that fun stuff, and then like her
yeah,
relationship with Vision and all that. Like, I don't know, like her life is very much tragedy. Um, like at some points, I feel like a
yeah,
lot of her crash outs are valid. The mutants one, no, but she does have a lot of valid crash outs. Um,
yeah, one.
Crashing out about
Um,
kids that didn't exist is kind of crazy. But like, I like I have a love hate relationship with Wanda just because
I have a hate relationship.
like she's like her powers are cool, man. Like she
My
like
whole thing is that like this motherfucker Wanda. Oh, my fault, Jasper. This motherfucker Wanda is like Marvel has this thing of like this sounds weird to say, but like uh, the female character with really strong what you call it cosmic powers, right? They got Jean Grey, they got Wanda, they got Storm, who's going crazy right now. There's another one that I have to think of. They have the other one who has the Phoenix and Jean Grey's granddaughter, I think. Fuck is her name? I forgot her name. Hope Summers. Yeah. They have
oh yeah.
Hope, right? They have a bunch of these characters who are like just like a lot of their character is centered around them being just really cosmically strong. And like the thing with Wanda is like what a lot of writers do.
Blasphemy.
It's like, yo, you're for real. Never mind. Um, like a
I
lot
think
of
Rio's a
writers do
Wanda
with the
fan.
Yeah, Rio will deal with you later. Jasper, don't make Rio a mod.
He's been
Um,
a mod.
yeah, remove it. Fucking like the thing with Wanda is like a lot of writers center around her just being really strong, but like that shit's so dog boring, bro. That like when you read a Wanda book and you just stare at these pages, it's like, man, I really want to see what Quicksilver's doing in her book. Like that's the shit that like the current book that's happening right now. I like read a few issues and I'm like, all the Quicksilver parts are really cool. But when Wanda's on my screen, what fighting like these cosmic characters, I'm like, yo, this shit is ass. Like this shit is butt booty. But like, shout out to Wanda fans, man. Y'all staying strong. Some of y'all are gaslighters though. I'm not gonna lie. Some of these Wanda fans dead ass be lying about her character, just saying they're making her more interesting. Like, if y'all gonna say y'all like her, um, don't be lying in my face. Just say y'all like her because she cool. I could say I
You
like a
want
nigga
to
because she
poll
cool.
Rio?
I like Black Panther because he's cool. I like him because of other reasons, but I like him because he's cool.
Um,
Rio, you won't be attacked too much. As long as you don't claim yourself a Wanda fan.
yeah, I'll make this poll for you, Rio. You got 3 minutes.
Wanda cool.
What cool.
Yo, it's 100% no.
Cause why? Cause you fucking.
Nah, somebody voted, man.
Oh,
Some
oh,
people
oh.
are voting.
Okay. All right. So Rio, what are you thinking?
Rio, don't glaze and say no too.
I
Yeah,
mean, Miro might
Wanda's
be the
like,
second one that vote. Oh, there's three to know. There's three to know. Four to
nice.
know.
That's good.
5 to know.
Oh my gosh, we're locked in. Six. Who's watching the stream? Yeah,
What the fuck?
I don't even know who you people are.
It doesn't even say there's 6 people watching.
Yo, y'all
That's
locked in though,
crazy.
because like, Wanda's a bum. Yeah,
Yeah.
we don't mess with Wanda in this household.
Yeah. No,
Put
we
her
do
in
not.
B tier, below Jean Grey. I like Jean more than Wanda.
Okay.
Fuck that bald bastard though.
All right, her man, Vision, with that picture.
Now Vision with the goofy ass Disney that one Disney video game.
It forced me to make you pay to vote. It was terrible. I tried to do 0.
That is crazy. I actually like her. I really like Vision. Like Vision's like a cool B tier. He's like next up Hawkeye. Vision like
Really?
yes, yeah. He has this whole thing that's similar to Tornado in DC, where like the desire to be human. I kind of just really like characters with that character arc, like robots who are like, man,
There's 12 to
I
know.
want to know what
Anyway,
it's like to be human. Like what's his name? Zane from Lego Ninjago.
18. Can you
Lego
vote
Ninjago
multiple
cool.
times, Rio? Is that what's happening? Because it just keeps going up. Like, can you just keep voting?
Oh, you can. Oh, you can.
Oh, okay,
Let
okay. I
because
was
I'm
at
voting like
30,
crazy.
35. Oh my fuck, it's just going
Yeah,
up. I paid
I
for
wonder.
7 votes. I think Monei paid for 30.
I might have.
It's 51 now.
I might have. But anyways, yeah, Vision's whole desire to like feel more human, his whole like brainwave thing with what's his name? Wonder Man's pretty cool. Um Vision, I don't know, Vision's just cool. Like he's just a decent character. Like I
All
don't
right.
really have that much hate for him. I just
I don't
don't
have
like him.
much to say about him, to be honest.
Quicksilver is also pretty cool, except he's
I
just
love
cool.
Quicksilver.
Like Vision is just I mean
Except for in the
Quicksilver.
Ultimate Universe, because.
Oh yeah, that don't count. That don't count.
I don't wanna. Oh my god, no, Sabo contributed 58 votes, man.
Let's go,
58
Sabo!
votes to no.
Sabo when he's locked in.
Ass, man. Oh, it's so funny. Yeah, that's funny. Anyway, I like
Anyways,
Quicksilver. I do. in the
Like
movies and
really,
like I what I've read up on about like his dynamic with Magneto is like sad because Magneto's like fuck this guy.
yeah,
Like that's so
Magneto's like
sad.
low.
Poor
It's funny
guy, poor
because
guy.
like in like a TV show, it's like the opposite of, of how Magneto treats Quicksilver and Wanda, where like
Hmm.
he like low key abuses Wanda, and then like Quicksilver is his favorite child, but like he low key like this nigga neglects the fuck out of Quicksilver in the comics. It's so funny.
Yeah, it's like
And
sad,
it's like
not funny, but papa.
his precious child. Um,
Whatever. We have different opinions, I guess.
yeah. I mean, like it's sad,
I
but
guess
like you know,
neglect is funny to Monet. It's probably because he's never been through it, but I mean, I don't
it's kind of funny. Still kind of funny with Quicksilver because like Quicksilver is like a bum. But regardless, Quicksilver's a cool, like he's a cool, like he's a high C. I guess he could be a B. You could argue a B for him. I don't really
I'll
think
put
that.
him low B.
I just don't. I don't. I wouldn't put him above any of the people in B right now.
Yeah, no, I wouldn't
Just-
either. Okay, more hate's coming. Ant-Man.
Woo! Dude, I love talking about Ant Man because I only get to talk about one
The
bitch, and
woman
that was
beater!
dude. This guy backhands his wife, and the thing about to expand upon this more is that he didn't even do it on purpose, but it's literally his most famous panel. He did it by accident. And it was like, holy shit, my bad,
My
and then
bad.
kind of just ran off. But like nobody focuses on that part. And I think that's so funny because I think him just having the reputation of being a woman beater is like it got so bad that in the Ultimate Universe, they just made him do it on purpose because they were like, man, that part of his character hilarious. Let's do it again. Fuck this guy Mark Millar by the way. Like fucking, I don't know what they were thinking with that, but yeah, like nobody talks about the fact that like other characters have beaten their wives too. Like niggas don't talk about the fact that Spider-Man be backhanded. But like, you know, it's like and Spider-Man did it on purpose.
Yeah, but no one
Regardless
likes
though.
Ant-Man, so they have to look for the
Exactly.
excuses.
Other than that, Ant-Man is like an actual bum. Like Hank Pym, the most interesting a part about Hank Pym, in fact, the two most interesting parts about Hank Pym are Ultron, the Avengers' best villain, and
Oh,
the
we didn't put
Wasp.
Ultron in this.
Is bad bitch. Yeah, we forgot about Ultron.
Oh,
But like
oops.
I put Ultron in like a cool. I'm a big Ultron hater, but I also think Ultron's really cool. Ultron would be like in an A somewhere. Like somewhere around Captain America. Um yeah, the most interesting part about Hank Pym is Ultron. When we get the Hank Pym Ultron dynamic, that shit's really good. But at the same time, Ultron can stand alone as his own character and still be a good character. Hank Pym can't. And so this bum Loki goes in D tier.
Man.
Um, I'm saying Hank Pym specifically. What the fuck is the other nigga's name? Um,
I didn't even
I
watch
don't
the
remember.
Ant-Man movie. I had like that little interest in it. So
Yeah, I did, and I forgot his name. I keep saying Alan Scott, but that's
that's
really
how
not.
irrelevant the guy is.
Yeah, the other Hank Pym, the other Ant Man is Loki and less interesting to me than this one though. So like, it doesn't matter. And then the third Hank Pym is a bum. So it doesn't even matter. That nigga just he sucks. But the Wasp though, right? So here's my whole thing, because you Loki can't talk about Wasp without talking about the Avengers, because she's like most of her characters just like tied to the Avengers and being one of the Avengers leaders, and you know really stepping up from being the goofball of the Avengers to like one of the most responsible members of the Avengers. Wasp is actually interesting. Um, and like it's one of the interesting parts about the Avengers because like Hank Pym, when he made Ultron, Loki crashed out and left the team. Came back as Yellow Jacket, beat his wife, crashed out again and left the team. And like he's like
He
for a
was
lot of it, he's
wife.
just kind of a crash out. He's like insane. But like Wasp is like Loki, let me lock in and not get beat by my husband and like actually be a good character. Like she started off as like a goofy goober, but like she like Loki like slowly stopped goofing and throughout the Avengers runs because like they only were in the Avengers runs because they couldn't sell their own comics. Throughout like the entire Avengers comics, she like developed into being a more responsible member. She started getting cooler. She became the leader. She's if I'm not mistaken, has the second longest time of being the leader of the Avengers next to Captain America, her Iron Man. But yeah, the thing that kind of holds her back for being like I put her like in a low B tier. Like she's like she goes back and forth with Quicksilver for me on this list. The thing that holds her back is that like the Avengers like aren't that crazy as a team to me. The Avengers are
Mm.
cool.
I really don't care
Uh,
about the Avengers as a team.
Most of what makes the Avengers interesting is just the fact that their individual characters are cool, and that like when they come together, it's a pretty cool thing.
They're just co-workers to me.
Yeah, that's a lot of what the Avengers dynamic is in the modern day. It's kind of fucked up,
Yeah.
but yeah,
Doctor
they're
Strange.
no X Men. Now, Dictor Strange, aka Stephen
Doctor
Strange.
Strange is crazy.
Um, yeah, I actually really like this guy. He's like a low A. Like I put him like below Iron Man. I really like this nigga mostly because of the Defenders books. And see the Defenders in the comics, their whole dynamic, right? The Defenders originally was Doctor Strange, you know, Big Steven, the Hulk, he was goofing off somewhere in New Mexico,
Mm.
and Namor, who was in the middle of the ocean, trying to get with Sue Storm again, right? And then Silver Surfer like 3 issues came in later. Them niggas like pulled up. Doctor Strange is like, yo, I low key need some people to help me with this magical thing. The Avengers are gonna like fucking ask too many questions. The Fantastic Four are doing shit in space, and the X Men. I'm not gonna talk to them. Fucking so like this nigga, Doctor Strange is like, yo, Loki, let me ask like these weirdos, right? He asked the weirdest characters because at the time, the weirdos of Marvel, like the real anti-heroes and like the people that like nobody liked, was Hulk and Namor. Hulk was just like fucking off doing his own shit, and like Namor's literally an incel, so like nobody likes that guy except for Captain America, but because that's because Captain America sees the good in everybody. So like this nigga Doctor Strange is like, yo, Namor, Hulk, pull up on me real quick. I need y'all to do something. And then they're like, all right, bet. And they fought this magical creature, but like the thing about Namor and Hulk, them niggas got mad beef, right? Them niggas don't like each other. They be boxing every time they see each other, and Doctor Strange like kind of half knew that and half didn't. So like throughout the book, it was just Doctor Strange like stopping Namor and Hulk from fighting each other, and I thought that was really funny. That's kind of why I like this book, and like that's like mostly what the book is about. This has nothing to do with Doctor Strange. I just want to talk about the Defenders.
Yeah, I was gonna say,
Um,
like, we can move on now, I think.
Doctor Strange is really cool. He does a lot of magical shit.
Alright, Black
That's
Panther.
about him. Black Panther. You know, some days he's an S tier character. Some days he's a B. For every good run Black Panther has, he has two bad ones. He's like weird. I'm gonna put Black Panther in A above. No, we're gonna respect him. Put him next to Captain America. I fuck with Black Panther.
Okay.
Like I said, okay. Yeah, his
Mm.
old. I love the Wakanda whole world building. That's really cool. Um, I
Wakanda
love
Forever. Paid for by Harris.
yeah, like Harris is crazy.
The video gets me.
Um, fucking yeah, his whole character arc of like becoming a harder leader and like accepting outside help from people that aren't just Wakandans and like dealing with that. I liked it better when he does it with the Fantastic Four and not the Avengers. His whole friendship with Reed Richards is pretty cool. Um, other than that, he's just a really cool. Like this nigga's mostly just hype moments and aura, which like he has a lot of them. That's
Tandy
really
and
cool.
Tyrone.
I like
Cloak and
Cloak and
Dagger.
Dagger. Say about them.
What?
I read like 7 Cloak and Dagger books. 2 of them were New Mutants related. Um,
I mean,
yeah, they're
seven's
cool.
pretty good. It's more than I
Yeah,
thought,
so
honestly. I was expecting you to say
other
that you
than
read
that,
absolutely nothing.
nah, there's like X-Men related shit, so I had to read them. So I was like, all right, let me lock in and see what they about. and yeah, they were cool. Their dynamic is really cool. Their
Yeah, I
whole
like their
thing of
dynamic. I think their backstory is like sad because they're
yeah,
experiments, but
experiments, and like it's a whole thing about like people like taking kids and like forcing them to do drugs and shit.
hmm,
That shit fucked up. And the streets of like how the streets treat young people with drugs and like exploitation. That
hmm,
shit with their characters really cool.
like the balance of
Other
the light and
than
dark ordeal.
yeah. Other than that though, these niggas are like they're there. I think the most important Cloak and Dagger moment I ever saw in Marvel was in Infinity Gauntlet when Cloak and Dagger just I mean no, not even Dagger. Dagger was dead. Cloak just fucking teleported all the heroes to where Thanos was, and then he got beat up. And that's all that happened. I don't know. Like shout out Cloak though. Fuck with Tyrone. Shout out Tandy too. Rich girl. I like that the dark one's the dark one.
All right, you're doing a lot of yapping and not a lot of placing.
Oh yeah, low B. Like below Wasp.
I'm okay with that. Yeah. Spider-Man, Peter Parker.
D tier. I hate this nigga. No, I'm playing. Um, yeah, there's like so much to say about Spider-Man.
I
I
was gonna
don't
say
feel like
Rue
saying.
would fucking have a fucking field day if she fucking heard that you put Spider-Man in
Yeah.
D tier.
We put Spider-Man in S tier. He's just a really good character. Um, don't don't talk about like the last 15 years of comics. Right before that, he had a bunch of good comics. The Ultimate Spider-Man run is the best Spider-Man run. And then right now in current Spider-Man runs, the Ultimate Spider-Man run, the new one, is the best Spider-Man run. So
Spider-Man was
like if
my
you're
very
gonna
first ever favorite superhero. I was him for
yeah,
Halloween one year. Not super. I wasn't Spider Girl. I was Spider Man. I had the muscles
man,
and everything.
then
The costume had the muscles on it. Young me was on
there's a
something
reason
else. I was
there's a
locked
reason
in.
why this nigga is the most influential teenage superhero because he's actually a really good character. Um, you know, being a motherfucker.
The
Even though
movies were good
nigga,
too.
yeah, he got good movies. I have takes on some movies, but like that's just me.
Yeah,
I
well,
be
I mean,
hating.
I'm controversial. I don't really like the Tom Holland Spider Man.
She's just not locked in.
I just don't really care about it.
She's locked out.
Miles.
Yo, I get to talk about this guy. So the big thing about Miles Morales is that his comics are actually low key mad mid. Like I don't think Miles has any comic above a 7 out of 10. Right? His current run is fine. His last couple runs aren't fine. They're like they just mid, bro. But like Miles is low key a goat. Like Miles got so much better because his movie is gas, right? Into the Spider Verse for me is a top one superhero movie of all time. That
He's
shit
got
is
some
so peak.
very good movies, yeah.
Like Spider Verse is so peak. It's so peak that Marvel said, "Hold on, let us lock in and actually make this person, a character, a good person, right? Let's actually make this nigga interesting." And they low key fumbled the first time, but then they locked in again. So Miles got better because the movies. If you like Miles as a character, it's because you like the movies. You don't like his comics, and that's okay because the movies are really good. It's the same thing with the Guardians. You can't ask anybody what Guardians comic they like because nobody reads the fucking Guardians. But like the Guardians movies are gas.
Oh, they're
So like
so good. Oh, they're so good. I can't wait for us to get to the next point. I just waiting for your yap sesh to be over.
it'll be over right now. If I was talking pure movies, I'd put Miles in like the S tier.
We have to do both. Like it's a mix of both.
Yeah, we can put Miles in the cool. Put this nigga below Doctor Strange. I'm still
Below
okay with it.
Doctor Strange, I think I'm gonna put him in high
Not high. His comics were mid,
A.
but like his
Rocket
movie.
Raccoon! Oh my god! I love Rocket so much that my cat's original name for the first like 3 months of his life was Rocket. I fucking until I figured he outgrew it and it just didn't fit him anymore. But like that's how much I love this guy. I fucking love Rocket. The third Guardians of the Galaxy movie. Oh my god, I bawled my eyes out. Absolutely fucking sobbed. Like I was a mess, snot coming everywhere. I was not okay for the next week. I love Rocket so much. I can't even fucking fathom. I can't even put it to fucking words how much I fucking love this guy. He is funny. He's a goofy goober. He's not fearless, but like it feels that way because he's a badass. He's fucking his backstory is so fucking tragic. I love this guy.
Really?
His dynamic with Groot so adorable.
Yes.
I love Rocket so much. I love him so much.
I'm I have nothing to say. I like the my Rocket in the movies. You can't ask me anything about Rocket in the comics. I think his first appearance was in a Hulk comic, if I'm not mistaken, which I think is a little funny. Um, yeah, comic Guardians are boring. I can say that. But before 2008, which is not where the movie come out, but that's when like they started becoming actually kind of cool during the Annihilation event. Um, yeah, Rocket's pretty cool. I do fuck with that nigga in the movies. Yeah, yeah, yeah.
I was gonna put him in S. I was gonna put him above Magneto.
Holy shit!
Man, like that movie had me fucked up, Monet. I have never been so distraught over a movie besides that movie, all because of Rocket. Oh my fucking god. Like,
Good shit.
I was not okay. I'm about to cry now thinking about it. Like,
I just lock in.
Baby Rocket is so, oh, it's so sad, man. Oh. 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 Anyways, we can move
Just
on.
lock
We can move
in.
on to Groot.
Yeah, Groot. Groot's a chill guy. That's literally all I can say about him.
Yeah, yeah, Groot's just a chill guy.
I fuck with him being a chill guy though. I feel
You
like
know,
he's
like
just
he
a
made
good.
me cry when he like sacrificed himself for like the Guardians, but then he was back the next movie as Baby Groot, and I kind of went, oh.
Well,
Like I don't know. I felt like I got trolled. I felt like I got like absolutely fucking trolled. I was like, man, there's no way that he just made that great sacrifice, and they kind of just washed away that sacrifice with. Oh well, he's still here though. He's actually still alive though, and I'm like, oh, okay.
I like
Well,
Groot though.
so I cried for what?
Groot's like he reminds me of like Chewbacca or R2D2. I like characters
Yeah,
who like don't actually talk because it makes them funnier.
yeah.
Cause like you don't know what they're saying,
I am Groot.
but they're saying some shit.
I am
So they
Groot.
could just keep talking your ass. Like there's this point in the comics where Groot actually talked, and I was like, this sucks. You know what I'm saying? Like I was not enjoying myself. That was the one time I actually read a Guardians comic, and I fucking dropped that shit in the second issue. I was supposed to really reading it for Silver Surfer though, to be fair. But yeah, shout out Groot. That placement to me is a little crazy, but I'm not gonna hate on it too
Do you
much.
think it should be lower or higher?
I honestly, we're gonna keep it there.
Okay.
I put him below Psylocke.
Okay, yeah, that's fine. Star Lord. I'll leave this one on you.
Um,
I don't really care about the guy.
oh, I like Star Lord. Yeah, I put Star Lord in A. He's like him and Rocket are like the two most interesting characters in the
Where an
Guardians movie.
A?
Yeah, below Miles.
I'm
He's
just
not
putting him
that.
here until you tell me where I
Yeah,
should.
but below Miles, yeah,
Huh.
below Spider Man. Um, yeah, he's pretty cool. I like the direction they took his character in. Um, other than that, I don't care. Like again, like there's nothing for me to say about the comics. I just like the movies.
Mantis.
Oh, the Ventus picture is so goaded. Ventus is like Yo, there's actually something I could say about Mantis with the comics, but it's because she's a weirdo in the comics. It's like,
Well, she's a weirdo in the movies too.
yeah, but she's funny in the movies.
Yeah, she is.
I like her in the movies.
Oh, like that kind of
She's-
weirdo.
yeah, she's like a weirdo, not good. She
Oh,
pulled up on the Avengers, right? Like that was her first appearance. She joined the Avengers and just tried to fuck everybody on the team, right?
what?
And I was like,
Like
what's
fuck
going
him
on?
up or like fuck him?
No, 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 no. Like she was trying to get dicked down. Like she was trying to take it from the back. And I was like, man, let's lock in. Like, can we like not write
That's
this?
Widow's job. Chill out.
Yeah, exactly. You know what I'm saying? Y'all lucky that Widow's not on the team to be the group whore. Let me stop. Um, fucking yeah, she just did that shit. I have to remember the story now because there's some crazy shit with like her having a child with a character. I think it's Swordsman. This is her Captain Marvel. This story gets mixed up in my head with another one. She has a child with Swordsman, and that child like grows up in one day. No, that's Captain Marvel's story. She has a child with Swordsman, a former villain. It's really weird. She leaves the team, and like 20 or like 30 years later, she joins the fucking Guardians. I don't know, like it was like a self-insert thing or some shit. I don't
Mm.
know what the writer was going on with, but they literally like put her in this book for a couple issues to try and fuck all the Avengers, and then she leaves, bro. And I'm like,
Was she
what's going on?
successful?
Ask Hawkeye. I think he'd say yes.
Oh, is that the only one she succeeded with?
Low key, no. But I don't think there was like there's implications, but there's no confirmations. I'll say that. I'll say that.
Okay, so would we put her in C?
Oh yeah, she's a little bit weirdo. I like her in the movies though, cause she's not weird like that. Yeah, put her in C.
She'll only get a little bit higher because of the movie Her.
Truly,
Gamora. God,
nigga, someone said Mantis.
I know.
I'd put Gamora. I'd put Gamora next to Star Lord. Before I don't really care where next to Star Lord, but like I like Gamora in the movies and in the comics. I think in the comics the whole dynamic with Thanos is pretty good. The abusive father
Mm.
and turned to neglectful father.
Turned to
Uh,
murderous father.
yeah, and then she becomes the most dangerous woman in the galaxy. That's pretty cool. Like comic book Gamora is like the only character in the Guardians comics that actually has aura. She's actually really cool, so I'll give her that. So, nah, she can stay there. But yeah, the whole Thanos thing and the aura is the only thing that I like about her. You still can't get me
Drax.
to name a good Guardian star. Drax. Drax,
Ashton.
Drax
I
is
got
weird.
Sabo from One Piece is in my stream. What?
Yeah, Sabo is here. It's crazy.
Drax,
It's crazy.
I like Drax in the movies. He's like kind of like I like his stupid funny. Um Besides that, I don't really care. Like he's just kind of funny. He's just kind of comedic relief to me.
Dude, I like Drax in
Sabo
the
from One
movies
Piece.
for
Fuck, dude.
like
Yeah, it's the fucking picture I
one
told you
scene.
about.
Nice.
My concerned dead expression.
Who are we ranking right now?
Drax.
D for Drax.
Like, I actually like Drax though. I wouldn't put him D.
Do
I
you
put
like the
him
list
like
so far? Oh, hello?
I put him in.
Do you
He's
like her?
gone.
Yeah, I don't really know much about superheroes, but I hate Ant Man, so.
That's That's why he's
Felt
down there.
that.
Felt
Felt that.
that.
Felt that on a personal level.
So I put Drax in like C.
Nah, I wouldn't put him that low. There's like one scene that
Yeah,
like I
okay,
think
one C. That's what I'm saying. He's not in D.
okay, but like that scene like to me like culminates like his whole character and what he goes through, and I think that's like a top three scene in the Guardians movies, where like him and Mantis are sitting with each other,
Mm.
and like he's talking about his backstory and how he lost like his whole family to
Yeah.
like Thanos, and he's just sitting there, and I'm like, man, that's tough. He lost his family. He's still a funny guy though. And I'm like, and then Mantis is like, yo, let me feel your emotions. So she touches that nigga, right? And like Mantis' whole thing's like, when she touches a nigga and feels a nigga's emotions, she like feels them herself.
Did you
And
get
like
that?
Drax is sitting there.
He's already gone. Fuck. God damn it. Anyway, he told me he was gonna come back with the milk, and I actually do need milk, so.
um, yeah. Oh, what was I talking about? Oh yeah. Mantis felt his emotions, and he's just sitting there like straight face, just chilling, looking at the sunset. And Mantis is like breaking down, crying, because like the whole scene is like just like showing that like the amount of hurt and pain that Drax be feeling on the inside,
Mm,
that he like just has to like thug it out and just like live life as a goofy goober.
yeah.
I just really like that scene. One, because Batista's a really good actor in that scene, and like his acting throughout that scene really like helps the scene be a lot better. The acting between both actors, but like that scene is like literally the one scene I used to
Gosh,
glorify Batista being the best out of WWE actor. But also I just think it's a really good scene for his character. Other than that, yeah, he be goofing. Um, I kind of like him in the comics because he's like a goofy goober in the comics. Pre Guardians Drax, pre 2008 Drax, before they like randomly wildly changed his character, he was kind of like he was like Hulk. I wanted like that's the best way I can describe it. He was this big green robot nigga who was made to get to fight Thanos, and he could fly, and he was as strong as the Hulk. And I kind of like that about his character. He was also dumb as fuck, but like, yeah, I like that about him. And then they changed him, and I was like, yo, who the fuck is this guy? But
Okay,
like, I
so
also
where
don't.
would you put him?
Oh yeah, I should say that. Lobi, Loki, Moby Dick.
Okay. Loki.
Yo, I'm putting Loki in yo, those bars. I like Loki. Um, not not more than Thor. More than Thor. Maybe more than Thor. The thing is I want to say Loki's an S tier character, but if I
He
say
is.
that, I'm putting Thor in S
Did you
tier.
get the milk?
I did.
Okay.
Like
Monei thought it was funny when I yelled it at you, but you didn't hear me.
it was
Yeah.
hilarious.
I brought the milk back on like Monet's father.
Yeah.
Oh my god, Monei, I was like hard looking for your dad on Facebook, and like I just don't know which one it is.
Why are you looking for my dad?
Well, it's just like if your dad is
Just
on
trying
your
to help
friends
you.
list, if your dad is on your friends list, he has never posted a picture of you, and I find that so funny. Because I went
He
through
hasn't.
every fucking Settle Hong that is on your friends list. That is a man.
Crazy. Yeah, he hasn't posted a picture of me because like he resets his Facebook a lot.
Right. Anyways, so
Right is
where would
crazy.
you put Loki?
Um, I really want to say S, but I the only way I can do that mentally is by moving Thor up to S next to him. That's
So
my
not
thinking right
us.
now. I can't have Rocket there. I'll say that, but like he's top of A, bare minimum. Like Rocket
More than
Loki
Thor or
box
higher than Thor?
higher than Thor. He's top of A. Him and Thor are like they're both like goats. You know what I'm saying?
I'm such a troll. Anyway, Thanos.
Like I said, I'm such a troll. Yeah, Big Thay Thay is a top 3 Marvel villain
Hey,
of all
hey.
time. I fuck with that nigga Thanos. Um, Genuinely speaking, the greatest simp of all fiction. Um, yeah, that nigga. Like Thanos stories is just like his relationship with death on like on a deeper level. I can't speak on a deeper level, and like the whole thing with like like his obsession with the concept of death really swaying his like his mind and just allowing him to be so obsessed with the physical manifestation of death, which is like the baddest skeleton bitch of all time. You know what I'm saying? Um, the shawty got ass, but she got no skin, which is crazy to me. Um, like like that whole thing I find is really interesting about his character, and just like Thanos is like low key top 7 aura farmers in Marvel. He's really cool. Thanos has some of the best event stories in Marvel. His beef with Silver Surfer is goated. Um, his beef with the Avengers, which he doesn't do a lot because he's not an Avengers villain. It's pretty cool. Yeah, this nigga's low key a Guardians villain or a Silver Surfer villain, but like niggas aren't locked in. Yeah, his beef
Him
with most
throwing
characters.
Gamora off the cliff made me sob. Just
It's
because like he
terrible.
was crying when he did it, and I was like, damn, this is fucked up. This is fucked up.
Oh, you and I'm an abuser.
Like
Yes, I really like
figuring
that.
out that the thing that he loves most is a girl that he fucking abused is crazy.
Rather, he's a goofy goober. He's a little bit of a goofy goober.
So where would you put
Anyway,
Thanos?
Thanos is in my ass. The thing is, those like nigga move Thor and Loki up to S. On the real,
No.
you're a bitch.
Listen, there's a lot that's about to be put in this, like in like a few minutes here. So S is
Yeah,
about to be as crowded, if not more crowded, than A tier is right now.
dude, S is gonna have a lot of characters. Nigga, these characters are just gas. You just gotta lock down.
Yeah. Okay. Well, anyways, Thanos is not S to me.
You're just not locked. You can put him in A. I put him below Thor then.
Higher than Cap.
Yeah.
Doctor Doom.
Top 2 villains in Marvel. This I'm not arguing. Like that nigga's going directly to S, bro. Honestly, I put him above Spider Man. The big Parker. Yeah, Doctor Doom. Doctor Doom is like to me the easiest Marvel villain or the easiest comic book villain to get right because he's so versatile. Like any like Doctor Doom story, if you know the absolute basics about this character, can be a good Doctor Doom story. Because you can get the basic of just like him just being like the absolute pinnacle of human ambition and being the guy who always wants more than he has, even though like Doctor Doom as a character has like some of the most shit in Marvel, right? Like he's the second best sorcerer, he's the second smartest character, right? He has the second best country in Marvel, right? But he always wants that number one spot, and I think like him representing like absolute human ambition is so cool to me. And I just like it's like so interesting because like it shows it on a villain side, and it really shows that that obsession, its monstrous and villainous nature of human obsession. I think that's really cool. And then you get into like his backstory with like
Yo, Ashton, I
his
didn't know you were
mother
in
being
Marvel.
his literally yeah, his backstory of being like his mom being kidnapped by like Loki Satan, and his dad dying in the mountain while trying to protect him, and like him being like a little broke nigga, and like developing himself in his magical and technological prowess, building himself up into becoming the leader of Latveria. The whole thing of like him trying to rule the world and trying to make it a better place under him is like his dynamic with Reed Richards, where it's like him and Reed Richards are both two of the smartest people in the world, and like because he's so jealous that Reed Richards is just a little smarter than him, he never realizes how much better he can be as a person because he's so focused on trying to be better than somebody else. And I think that's interesting about him because, like, when it comes to him trying to be like the ruler of the world, Doctor Doom has all the assets and everything you need to make the world a better place. But he's so filled with greed, jealousy, and ambition and obsession that he doesn't focus on making the world a better place. And I think that makes him such an interesting character and a good foil to the big Reed Richards.
Which,
Reed's also
speaking of Reed Richards, Mr.
Reed is
Fantastic.
like we're just gonna like get this out the way. Personally, I think all four of them are S. The whole team. Fantastic Four is the second best Marvel team of all time. Second? Am I lying?
No, I don't think you're lying because X-Men's first.
Nah, I could say New Mutants too, but I'm gonna not say that. Yeah, we'll just say Fantastic Four for the sake of it. I may not agree with this placement. I might put him like next to Doctor Doom, but like this nigga Reed Richards is also a good character. Like the whole thing with like him regretting ruining the lives of the other Fantastic Four and just always constantly trying to be better, trying to better their lives, trying to be a better hero, trying to be a better father, trying to be a better husband.
The most
You know,
loyal
his
man in
push
Marvel
to be
right here.
better. Literally the most loyal man in Marvel. Big thing in Marvel, these niggas be fucking around too much. Like Marvel Loki, like is a bunch of hoes. Like it's
Then
kind of
there's Reed
crazy.
Richards.
Yeah, there's Reed and Sue who are like
Locked in.
genuine loyal people. They're locked, right? Marvel tried to make Peter Parker and Mary Jane the Superman and Lois, but like that's low key been Reed Richards since the '60s. See Reed Richards and Sue Storm, but like Marvel is never locked in. Yeah, Reed Richards, he's just cool, man. I just fuck with this guy.
And then his wife, Sue.
I have less to say about Sue, but Sue's also really cool. Like I'll just say that. I wouldn't put her next to Reed. I'd put her above. I'd put her below Spider Man. Actually,
I put her there.
that's a crazy pick. And then Jonathan Storm. Johnny. Johnny goes next to Spider Man. I really like Johnny. His whole like thing of being like gaining responsibility as a person. You know, obviously being like the goofiest of goofy goobers in Marvel. Like this nigga Peter Parker
A1
is
fuckboy.
like he's like yeah, this nigga be fucking anything that moves, and that's like literally
The
literal.
alien thing.
Um,
Oh my god.
yeah, bro, he's locked, bro. That alien was a baddie. Anyways, fucking yeah,
No, she
that nigga is
wasn't,
like just
Mona.
being like he's like Peter Parker before he learned with great power comes great responsibility. So he doesn't really have that understanding of knowing how to be responsible and like growing into being a more responsible person. But like obviously still like it's still a rocky road for him, right? He still fucks up sometimes. He still goofs off. But like at the same time, this nigga does have that character development. I really like that about his character. So that's why I put him there. And also because he's best friends with Peter Parker. And I like their friendship a lot. Because they just be fucking around.
All right.
Also
Your
because that happened
thug.
in Jonathan
The
Storm.
thing.
Yeah. Oh, and the thing is like this is my go to the Fantastic Four. Um the thing is what inspired the creation of Hulk, so I have to respect this nigga, right? This nigga, Benjamin J. Grimm, right? I fuck with this guy because like he really represents what Reed Richards regrets, which is Reed Richards regrets ruining the lives of his friends and his family. And like Ben Grimm, never able to be human again, he has to live his life as a rock monster, right? He loses his old girl, right? He the people look at him as a weirdo. The people look at him as a monster, but really the thing has a heart of gold, right? He's a guy who only wants to make the place a better place. He only wants to be a better person. He wants to help people, and he'll fight any nigga to for that moral standing. And that's what I like about this character, right? Even if he's fighting the Hulk, right, who's a stronger nigga, he's gonna fight that nigga. Even he's fighting this cosmic threat, he's gonna fight that nigga because he fights for the betterment of humanity, despite the fact that humanity looks down upon him, right? And he really throughout the comics, he gains the respect and more respect and more respect of the people, right? As he goes through his superhero career, right? And his dynamic with Hulk becomes better. His dynamic with Reed Richards, right? It grows, even though they're already best friends. He tells Reed Richards, "Nah, chill out. I can live my life as a rock nigga now." Right? He gets a girl, Alicia Masters, who just loves him for him, right? And he understands, yo, I may be a rock nigga, but I'm still Benjamin J. Grimm. And that part of his character is just like it's mad interesting and it's just like mad compelling and it just really shows like the indomitable will of humanity, right? So that's why I put this guy as the top of the Fantastic Four. This nigga Jasper's gonna disagree, but like Loki, fuck Jasper. Like Loki, can somebody in the stream make a poll saying Jasper? Oh shit, she's back.
So where did you put him?
Yeah, Benjamin Grimm is like an S tier character. I put him at the top of the Fantastic Four, but like this nigga Jasper don't got love.
Higher than Wolverine?
Below Wolverine.
Below Wolverine.
Yeah,
Okay. Deadpool.
both people below Wolverine. This is all you. I like
This is
Deadpool.
all me?
Yeah.
What do you mean? You have no opinions? This is crazy?
I have a decent amount of opinions on Deadpool. It's just like
Alright, the
I like
most peak Deadpool moment. Oh, we ready for this? When he used Aki's fucking cone fucking wolf shit. Peak? Him meeting All Might? Peak? Him killing everybody in the Marvel Universe? Peak? I love
that
this
book
guy.
sucks.
I love this guy. He's a fucking needs to go. Wade needs to go.
Because you mentioned it, I actually now have to talk about it. I actually like genuinely do not like Deadpool kills the Marvel Universe. It is so like it's so goofy to me because he's just doing shit. It like kind of ignores what makes him interesting as a character and just like makes him go around and do some edgy shit. Now this isn't out of
He
this
killed
is out of
Batman too, man.
this what you call it alternate universe story, right? This is a different Deadpool. Like this Deadpool just goes crazy, gets another voice in his head. That voice in his head says, "Yo, Loki, kill all these niggas." And I'm like, can we lock in and just not do that? But like he doesn't, right? And he just goes around killing these characters, and I'm like, this shit just some edgy shit to be edgy. And the book just keeps going, and I'm like, this shit ain't it. But shout out to Deadpool kills the Marvel Universe. Deadpool as a character is pretty cool. I like that a lot of his like runs, especially like his older runs in like the late '90s and the early 2000s, are just him trying to be a better person. But like every time he finally gets to that better person stage and finally can like start doing heroic things, something in his life goes wrong and he just crashes out and starts killing people and goes back to his old like villainous ways. And it's that struggle of he wants to be a better person, but his life kind of sucks, but he wants to be a better person. It's that dynamic that I really like about him. I don't think the movies captured that as well as the comics, but I like that about his character. I really like that his like favorite superhero is Captain America, because like it really shows like just how inspired he is to be a better person. Like he went to the Weapon X program because he was like, "Yo, Loki, first of all, I have cancer, but second of all, I want to be a superhero like my hero Captain America." And yeah, but like he's like a mentally tortured person, you know what I'm saying? And like he can't really like reach that superhero
I just
stage
realized
because
that all the redhead women are in D tier.
yeah, we hate redheads in this world, man. I can't lie to you. We don't mess with redheads. Is that actually dead ass? Hold on.
Yeah, Black Widow, Phoenix, and Wanda are the only three redheads. I guess there's Poison Ivy, but like she's in DC. Marvel redheads that exist on this list, and they're
And I
all in
put
D
Mary
tier.
Jane down there too.
Oh man.
Anyways, yeah, Deadpool goes in like Deadpool's like a I put him like below Miles. That's how I'd put him.
All right, Galactus.
Truly. Oh yeah, I asked for Galactus. Yeah,
Yeah,
so
this was you. You asked for this. I didn't ask for this.
yeah, I fuck with Galactus. He's just like a really cool villain. Just like the expansion on the Marvel universe, the whole worlds building that comes with Galactus is really cool. The idea of Galactus like not actually like he has no intention of being a villain. It's just the whole thing of like him having to be a universal constant and him having to eat the planets in this world because it's like a curse upon his character. It's a thing that I find really interesting that he has to just go around like he initially in his career as the world eater he had regret, right? He had that
Utah.
sympathy for the people on these planets that he was basically killing, right? The billions of people he would kill. He was like, fuck, I gotta kill these niggas. But like eventually he learned that like nah, but like I have to do this to save the universe, to balance the universe, right? I have to eat these niggas. And so he learns to like really look past that regret, look past that sympathy for the people, and really like just the idea of him being like just the balancer of the universe and a universal constant of I don't know, balance of the universe. I'm gonna keep saying that. That's just what he is. That's literally what he represents in the Marvel universe is balance in the universe. That's just really cool to me. That's like the interesting part about his character. One of his best story is the Trial of Galactus, the Fantastic Four story. That's really good because it really expands upon that.
That's all Magic Comics, Utah. Yes. Yes.
Galactus can go. Dude, I just don't like Guardians characters. Like, he goes right below Deadpool.
Really? An A tier?
Yeah, I really like him.
A tier is
Like
now
his other.
fat. It's now 2 lines. It's so fat. All right.
The
Silver
big
Surfer.
to expand upon Galactus. Galactus is like, yo, I'm low key lazy as fuck, and I be getting hungry, so I can't move. I need somebody to get my food for me.
Rack.
So he's like,
Should have named Rack Galactus.
really? That's like they're the same nigga basically.
And then Utah's
He
Silver
gets
Surfer.
Yo, Silver Surfer went black in the recent comics. Anyways,
Yo, it
so
is
like
Utah!
literally, Silver Surfer is like the Herald of Galactus. Obviously, he gets Galactus's food from him basically, and just like so, like Norrin Rad is who Silver Surfer originally was. He came from the planet called Zenla, a perfectly peaceful place. With like it was kind of boringly peaceful, but Norrin Rad was like, "Yo, I low key want to explore the universe." And then Galactus pulled up and was like, "Yo, I'm low key eating your planet." Silver Surfer's like, "No, I come to bargain. I don't want you to eat my shit. What if I find you other planets to eat?" And like Galactus is like, "Your planet looks tasty though." But Norrin was like, "No, no, no, no. I'm gonna get you some tastier shit." And then Galactus is like, "For sure, you're gonna be my herald now." So he
For
makes
sure.
Norrin Silver Surfer, and Silver Surfer kind of like makes Silver Surfer lose half his memories. So Silver Surfer just after just becoming Silver Surfer is like, "Yo, let's go kill other people." Right? He goes feral mode. He goes dickhead mode because Silver Surfer's original idea is, "I'm gonna get this nigga uninhabited planets." And then Galactus does that memory wipe shit, and he's like, "Yeah, let's go find some people, some planet with like 50 billion people on it, and let's kill them." And so yeah, Silver Surfer finds planets, and then once he meets the Fantastic Four tells Silver Surfer, "Yo, get your guy to not eat our planet." Silver Surfer gets that mental regret. He gets his memories back, kind of, and he's like, "Fuck, I really been doing this shit." And then he tells Galactus, "Yo, you gotta fuck off, gang. You can't be doing this shit." And then Reed Richards pulls the number one most powerful blicky of all time on Galactus, and Galactus is like, "Fuck, you gotta put that gun away, gang." And then Galactus runs off on the plug. So and Galactus tells Silver Surfer, "You're gonna stay on Earth since he wants to protect this place." And then his whole Silver Surfer's whole
This is
run
the
is just
hood explanation.
yeah.
Dynamic. Runs off on the plug.
Right.
This is the
So
most
like Silver
blackest
Surfer,
explanation I've ever heard of Galactus and fucking Silver Surfer, I think, ever possible.
dude,
Galactus
it's
like, for
basically
sure.
how it happened.
Reed
It's
Richards
like
pulled out the
literally
blicky.
he does. He literally pulls a heater up on Galactus, like, "Yo, I'm gonna pull this trigger. Like he dead ass tells him, I'm gonna pull this trigger right now. Pull up on Earth. Dead ass. Let's do this. And Galactus is like, I didn't know you were
Yeah,
like
he
that.
said dead ass. He dead ass said dead ass.
Yeah, dead ass. I'll pull this shit. And Galactus is like, I didn't know you had that shit on you. I'm a dip. I'm gonna catch y'all
I'm
later.
a dude.
And then he leaves. And then he leaves and he's like, yo, Silver Surfer, since you want to slide for this block, you're gonna stay on this block. And then he traps Silver Surfer on Earth. And so Silver Surfer's whole run is like really a commentary of like, because Silver Surfer comes from a perfectly peaceful place. His whole run is just him being like an observer and seeing how like humans are so different. As humans are so primal, so feral, so aggressive people, and that like the negative nature of the humanity, but also him learning to see all the all the positive parts of humanity through like the heroes, through just the random people he meets, right? Him being that philosophical observer is what he's kind of called in Marvel and by the fans, right? Just observing, how the people are in humans and like just being fascinated by their negative nature and their positive nature. I just like Silver Surfer books for that. And then also just like him having his own regrets and just him being just really lonely, right? He can never find somebody who's exactly like him, or like he can never find somebody to be with for long because he's always tied to Galactus, right? Him going through hardships of being tied with Galactus, going through space and being like everyone always being scared of him because he was the Herald of Galactus. He was basically the number one symbol of fear in the universe because every time you see Silver Surfer, that means your planet's gonna die, and him having to deal with that, him having to reconcile with that is also really interesting about his character. And then later on, having to reconcile with like he gets these like little like side quests in his story where like he goes back in time or goes to a different universe and he has the chance to kill Galactus, but he knows how Galactus works in the universe. Where if Galactus is gone, that means the universe will just eventually destroy itself because it's not balanced properly without the balancer of the universe being the eater of worlds. So he knows it's necessary for him to kill all these people, but that necessity also leads him to being that symbol of fear, having to carry that fear, that regret, and that anger inside for against Galactus, and that's why I like Silver Surfer so much. I would put this nigga in S tier. If I had him my way, he go like next to Wolverine. Okay.
Higher than the thing?
Yeah.
Okay.
I think it's a okay.
Alright, Namor.
Marvel's number one incel. Dude, this guy's so fucking funny. Yeah, put him in D tier. Loki, he's like a D tier character that's like also A tier to me. Like I like Namor because he's actually interesting. But like Namor sucks, dude. Like this nigga be trying the most loyal woman in Marvel, dude. Like the amount of times people think Sue Storm be cheating. Sue Storm has never canonically cheated on Reed Richards, right? That's all non canon shit. This nigga Namor be pulling up on Sue like, yo, Sue, you a bad bitch. Pull up on Atlantis real quick. And it's like, nah, you don't got that stretch like this nigga do, and you're not smart like this
Okay.
nigga.
Yo, Monei.
But it's facts though, right? She like, you don't got that shit like this nigga. And Namor's like, I'm locked in. Let me show you. But she's like, nah, I'm not locked. So Namor's like, all right, bet. You don't want to pull up on me? Let me fuck up all of New York for you. And this nigga floods New York or does some other shit like that. Just so Sue Storm can give him a kiss or some shit. Um yeah, this nigga's like he's mad weird, right? He even like when the whole Avengers vs. X-Men thing happened, he was like, this nigga fucks with blondes a little too much. He pulled up on what's her name? Emma Frost. And Emma Frost is like, cause like Emma Frost is like didn't really like this nigga that much. But she was like, yo, I know this nigga will stay on our side if I just give this nigga a little something. So like she like she like low key gave that nigga a little something. It's like, yo, I'm gonna give you more if you flood Wakanda. I'm gonna give you more if you fuck up the Avengers. And this nigga, right, because he's a fiend for blonde women, it's like, I'll do all that shit. On God. I'll hold your hand if you let me. And he would do some that shit. Namor being an incel is just really funny. But like his whole thing with Atlantis and being like a half human, half mutant, half Atlantean, and like being like a very lonely person on the inside is also pretty cool. I like that about his character, and just like his morality shifts and like how he kind of represents the ocean. The ocean can be calm but also aggressive. The ocean can be antagonistic but also be on your side. That's like that thing about his character. I really like that about him. But like
I
keeping it
don't
deep because
think the ocean's an incel.
yeah, the ocean they'll be trying to go into an invisible girl. Unless y'all niggas are that deep into porn.
All right, now we're in DC.
Holy shit, I forgot we had DC on this list.
Yeah, we are now on DC and we're at Batman.
I mean, like, you know,
Bruce
like,
Wayne.
Batman is a goat. Like, that's all you can say.
Mm.
It's so like there's so many things about his character that make him interesting, right? Just the base level being, you know, the crime fighter of Gotham, protecting Gotham, trying to figure out how to be a symbol of hope.
He's
Batman
just
is
a
top
rich
tier
guy.
horror comics. Yeah, he's a rich nigga, right? He's low key one of the swaggiest niggas in all the comics. Um,
Aura.
he's just cool. Top tier aura, right? Low key top two aura in comics, right? You can argue top one, but I glaze the Hulk, but that's different. Right? There's like more with like Batman being lonely and having to have other people in his life, like the Robins, like Batgirl, like Alfred, really help him stay on the right path because without them, he'd fall into that deep, dark place of crime fighting. He'd forget the mission of finding hope, and instead, that mission would turn into instilling fear into the people. I really like that about Batman. Like, there's more about Batman. His dynamic with all his villains is really cool, which explores his characters more.
Yeah, I'm
Order
sure
and
you really
chaos.
like his whole belief in redemption.
Yeah, his redemption thing. I'm like the number one defender of the no kill rule. Um, I love the no kill rule. If you remove the no kill rule from Batman, Batman becomes 50% less interesting. I'm being so dead ass. Um, yeah, that shit. I mean, like I said, his dynamic with his villains, order and chaos with the god with the Joker, with Two Face, the idea of corrupt versus incorrupt justice. I'm fine with input going up there. Um, other villains that I can call out. Yeah, that's fine. In my personal preference, I wouldn't say above Magneto, but I can't like. This is Batman, bro. I'm gonna just let it slide.
I'm also
Um,
saying like the sake of like Batman, Superman, Spider-Man are like the most known universally superheroes.
yeah, you can go to like a random Mongolian village who's never seen like a comic in their life, and they know who Batman, Superman, or Spider Man is.
Yeah, like, they're like the pillars at this point, just because like even like you said, everyone was repping Superman and Batman as kids and stuff. Like even if we knew jack all
Yeah,
about them, we were just like, oh, that's Batman.
like niggas know about Batman. Batman, crazy shit about me, because I'm a Hulk Glazer. I've been a Hulk Glazer since I was 4 years old. Back then, when I was four, my top two superheroes used to be Hulk and Batman, bro. And then I locked in and actually read some Wolverine.
And Superman.
Really some X. Yeah, the Superman took like a cool like 12 years to get into, but like
Superman is next.
oh my goat's next. Okay, Superman, symbol of hope. DC's number one. So like, long story short, this guy Monet used to be the number one Superman hater, right? Hated this guy. I thought, yo, this nigga, he's just a nice guy. He's a bum.
He's
Fuck
just
this
a
nigga,
nice guy.
right?
Sounds so against
I
what
thought,
Monet would believe in.
you know what I'm saying? I was like, yo, he's just nice. Nobody care about that shit. I want some edgy shit. I want some cool shit. Give me something interesting, other than being a nice person. But then like I locked in and actually read like Superman comics, and I was like, yo, he's just a nice guy. This shit's gas. You know what I'm saying? And like the whole thing of him being
Went from I fuck this guy, he's a nice guy, to oh my god, he's a nice guy.
like that's the thing about him. Like everything you like about heroism, Superman has done. And like that part about his character makes him so interesting. Is that like Superman is the hero. the symbol of hope. DC has taken the idea of Superman being the symbol of hope to such an extreme degree that Superman is quite literally the physical embodiment of hope. As long as hope exists, Superman can't die because he is the physical embodiment of the concept, right? That's how much Superman takes this. I mean, DC takes this like extremely, right? Because Superman as a hero is really just like he embodies what we can be if we're at our best, right? He shows us that like you don't have to be a bad person despite your hardships, that you can always be a better person. That's why he always redeems his villains. That's why he don't kill his niggas, right? Because he's like, yo, if you just lock in and be a chill guy, then you can just chill out. Like then that's some chill guy shit. And like just like Superman is simplistic in a character. There's not that much like complexity to him, but like that simplicity has depth and it has power. It moves you. It's inspirational. You can feel that shit in your soul. You know what I'm saying? When you look at the S symbol to me, dead ass for Superman, on God, there's no other symbol more iconic in the world other than the fucking cross of Jesus Christ. That is the only other symbol in this world that is more iconic than the S symbol. It is actually insane because Superman as a symbol really does represent humanity being better. And like just reading Superman comics, it really just hits you, bro. That like you can just like you can be better. It's just the simple fact. You can just be better. That's just gas. Anyways,
You okay with my
Superman.
placement?
I'm absolutely okay with that shit.
All right. My goat's next. My goat is Supergirl next.
Hey, everyone read Woman of Tomorrow.
Oh my,
That shit's
the best piece of literature I have ever consumed. It is peak. Like actually the definition of peak. I didn't even want to put it down peak. Like it was so fucking good. I have never read something with like a female main character. Honestly, like all of the characters in Woman of Tomorrow are like the main ones. They're both women because Ruth is a woman too. Like I've never consumed something with a woman main character that was actually thoroughly peak from start to finish, where I wasn't like, okay, this bitch is annoying. Okay, like, we get it, you're a fucking simp, or we get it, you just want love, or whatever. Actually, so fucking good. I love her so fucking much. I like can't even like put it into goddamn words.
Yeah, Supergirl Woman of Tomorrow is like genuinely. So like the thing about the guy who writes like this story, Tom King, he's pretty infamous in the comic book community because he fucking sucks, right? You read his Batman sucks. You read other shit, I think he wrote Nightwing. His Nightwing sucks. His Wonder Woman that I think is still going, it sucks, right? This nigga doesn't know how to write a long, ongoing comic book run for the life of him. You give him an 8-issue story though, or a 12-issue story. I don't know why that nigga just locks in, bro. Cause Woman of Tomorrow is so good, bro. Oh my gosh, that shit is so gas. Just like showing like the perseverance of Supergirl, the difference between her and Superman, where Supergirl still struggles with her own regret, with her own ideals, right? She wants to uphold the ideals of the S symbol, that hope, right? But at the end of the story, you really see it gets revealed that like she still struggles to uphold those ideals, and like just her pushing through that and still upholding the ideals, still upholding, that hope, that humanity that comes with the S symbol. That shit's so like I like that compelling character
And her
part
inner
about
in her inner
Supergirl
struggles,
character.
her inner turmoil that she has to go through, like, ugh.
Exactly. It's gas, bro. Like the difference between her and Superman to me is so interesting because Superman grew up a human, right? He got sent to Earth literally as a newborn baby, right? Whereas Supergirl, she didn't grow up a human. She grew up a Kryptonian. She grew up with that culture. She grew up different, right? Superman grew up with the best of humanity. Supergirl grew up with the best of Kryptonians. I don't know how to say humanity in a Kryptonian way. Um, so like the difference in her culture and what she grew up with, and how that translates into her being a hero, and how that contrasts her from Superman. Right? She's more aggressive. She's more prone to anger. She
She don't have no
doesn't.
kill rule.
Yeah, she doesn't have a no kill rule. She low key
She
fucked
does
them up
not.
marketing, right? And it's like her like still standing on that culture of Krypton while still being a hero of Earth, and really like her dealing with loneliness on Earth, with like never being able to relate to the people of Earth, because Krypton's culture, Krypton's technology, everything about Krypton is so advanced. Like in DC, I believe there's four pillars in DC, four planet pillars. There's the technology pillar, which is Krypton. There's the hero pillar, which is Earth. There's another one which I forgot, and there's the protector pillar, which is Oa, but I might be just slow. Anyways, that's a whole cosmology thing. Um, Krypton was one of the pillar of science and technology in DC, and that being destroyed, and her never having that science and genius culture, and having to basically go down and step down to Earth, and never being able to fit in the culture of Earth because of what she grew up with. That's like also a compelling part about a character outside of Woman Tomorrow. Now, for me, Woman of Tomorrow already puts her in S tier.
Yeah,
Everything
I
else about a
wasn't
character just
arguing.
elevates it. Like, I just fuck with Supergirl. I used to not, and then I read Woman of Tomorrow, and then when I read other shit, she's a goat. That's a good placement. I fuck with that placement. I'm okay with that placement. Um, I mean, my list would shift around, but she'd still be an S. She'd still be somewhere around there. Yeah. Shout out Supergirl. Then we get on to my goat, right? The reason why I actually like Superman is because this nigga's Superboy.
How do you know that he's next? You can't even see.
I can't see it, but I knew that you placed him there.
Okay.
Yeah, I love this guy, Superboy, man. Like he's just like, in the grand scheme of things, he's just a chill guy. But like there's more about his also he got like the hardest fit in comics to me. That fit so gas, bro. I think any superhero nigga that wears a jacket over their superhero fit, that fit goes up like 5 points, bro. Oh my gosh, that shit goes hard. But other than that, like that's the reason why I read his comic books. But reading his run, his '90s run under Carl Kessel and Tom Grummett, and just going through that with him dealing with like what's her name, Knockout, I think her name is, with like the whole grooming thing, with her grooming into being like a worse person and him pushing through that, him having to live up to the symbol of Superman despite just being a clone, and like, you know, like once Superman came back from dying, like everyone looked up to Superman, everyone forgot about him, and Superboy trying to become his own person while still being in that shadow of Superman. He's trying to like push past being from that shadow. And then, you know, the whole thing with Young Justice, the best teen superhero team of all time. Um, his whole stint with Young Justice, and the whole story about friendship with that book, with him becoming friends with Wonder Girl, Tim Drake, Bart Allen, Kid Flash, who was in that book Impulse. I really like their dynamic. I really like how Peter David wrote friendship in that story between the four of them and the other characters like Empress, Secret, Arrowette, and Slowbo. All those characters, like I really like their friendship in that. And then the '03 Teen Titans story, where we get his dynamic with Lex Luthor, where it's revealed that he's the product of Lex Luthor and Superman's DNA. And then we get his solo series after that, where it's like, yo, should I choose to be the better part of humanity or the worst part of humanity? Because like his whole dynamic of like Lex Luthor is one of the worst people in the world, but Superman is one of the best
Gosh.
people in the world. And him just like
It's just when your name's Lex
having to
Luthor in
choose
the fucking
between
thing, and then he goes, Lex Luthor's the worst part of humanity.
I am.
yo, this guy Ashton sucks, dude. Anyways, yeah, him just like having to deal with that DNA problem and just choosing to be better despite he has that terrible part of humanity inside of him. Him still always choosing to be a better person is just so interesting to me. And then his most recent run of him going just like finding his own thing again, trying to get out of the shadow of Superman, trying to like find his own thing in space and other shit, and then he kind of just came back because DC doesn't know what the fuck to do with him. I just really like Superboy. Um, he's also just like, man, he's just me, bro. I'm also fitted. Y'all niggas don't know about my drip though. Like we can talk about that later.
I can pull it up. I got them on my phone.
Your drip smells.
The
At
sigh.
least I get that.
The distant sigh. So where would you put him?
Where I put him? Off of bias. I mean, I put him S tier regardless. Where would I put him? I'd put him below, above Spider Man, right above Spider Man, below Doctor Doom. You know what I'm saying?
No, I don't know what you're saying. Wonder Woman.
All right. So, as a recent Wonder Woman fanboy, I've recently become a Wonder Woman defender. After, I read Absolute Wonder Woman and I was like, yo, this shit's gas. Let me read some more shit. And so I read some more shit, like the Greg Rucka run,
The Crocs.
or the run. Yeah, this showing is crazy. Um, the Greg Rucka run, the fucking George Perez run, the one under Gail Simone, like those runs, and also Wonder Woman Dead Earth, like those stories are really good for Wonder Woman. And now I'm like Loki a Wonder Woman defender because Wonder Woman kind of like has a similar thing with like Superman, of like not necessarily that she was raised by humans, but she was raised by the best of like the Amazonians in Themyscira, and comes to Earth. Well, really comes to the man's world outside of Themyscira to really defend the people and really defend the ideas of pacifism, ideas of peace, and she really like enforces the ideas that we should love each other and that we should spread peace towards each other. And like I think Wonder Woman really has that strong sense of peace and love that Wonder Woman stories really like push forward are really interesting to me. She's kind of like a really good symbol of peace, love, and justice in DC, like almost like a good symbol like Superman. She kind of has that simplistic character that's also like really deep and really strong. So I'd put her in an S tier. Where I'd put her is no, I wouldn't put her there. I put her right above Cyclops. You know what I'm saying?
I'm about to start barking.
Oh yeah, the rebel is
Nightwing!
bad. Yeah, this nigga's a bad bitch. I'm a
Oh my
straight
god,
person.
literally canonically the hottest man!
Like I'm straight as fuck, right? I like big booty tall women, right?
Okay,
Yeah.
Yuji.
But this nigga Nightwing's the hottest fuck nigga, bro.
Oh my
It's
god,
bad.
like, oh!
This nigga makes men lock in.
Like, I will get on my knees right now.
No,
Arf,
you don't need
arf.
that.
He is my Jesus. I'm praying to him.
Yikes. Yo, don't listen to Jasper, man. Don't be like Jasper, people. Be like Superman. Jasper's also on her journey of being a better person. Yeah, Nightwing just also being like his dynamic with Batman. Just like the whole initial Robin run. Now, one thing about him in his original run as Robin is actually really mid, but nobody talks about that because like nobody read any comics before the fucking 80s. So but like his original Robin one's mid. When he leaves Batman and like the whole Teen Titans stint, where like, in his development into becoming Nightwing, that is like that development into becoming his own person, and then the pride that Batman feels, and then eventually being Batman's greatest success, right? Because Nightwing really represents what Batman is trying to do, be that symbol of hope in the darkness, right? Be that light in the dark cave that everyone can follow. That's what Nightwing is. And then Nightwing into developing into his own person, under the inspiration of Superman and Batman, becoming a better leader, becoming a better person, becoming a light instead of following the darkness that Batman follows, right? That shit's interesting, and I really like that about Nightwing. His dynamic with all the Titans are really cool. Um, his dynamic with the other Robins are really cool. Nightwing has some good stories. He's just a really fun character too. And that nigga got a fat ass, but we don't talk about that. That's not even like me like blazing. That nigga like in canon has a fat booty. But that's like that's a different story. Put this nigga. Damn, our S tier is big.
Told
Put
you.
this nigga. Dude, I just like these characters, man. It's only gonna get bigger. Is it? Nah, it might not. Um, yeah, it might not. Yeah,
I
put
don't
this
think it's
nigga
gonna get much
above
bigger.
Spider-Man too. Put that nigga right behind Cyclops.
That's too low.
I don't think it is.
That's too
I don't
low.
like him more. I don't like him more than like I wouldn't put him above Nightcrawler or Slade.
What?
Or yeah, I wouldn't put above a lot of these characters. I low key wouldn't put him above. I'm just in an X-Men phase right now. I wouldn't put him above Wonder Woman right now. You know what I'm saying?
No, I don't know what you're saying. Okay. The closest to the dragon. This one is the basket. Yeah. Okay. I
You can like keep him right there. I'll like accept that.
shut the fuck up, Ashton. You smell like actual fucking garbage. I hope you know that. Anyways, fucking going in chat saying you stink. Like, imagine being that much of a fucking bitch. Anyway, Jason Todd.
Oh, now I can get to hating again. Holy shit. So
Here we
Jason, the
go.
number one Todd. My whole thing with this guy, I really like Under the Red Hood. I think it's like slightly like overglazed. It misrepresents Batman a little too much. But other than that, I think it's a really good story, right? Other than that, ain't no nigga. Other than like
He has
Red
like
Hood
no
and the
good runs
Outlaws,
at all.
nobody can mention a good Jason Todd story for the life of them. This motherfucker has no good stories, man.
It sucks
Like,
that the best
I
thing that happened with his character was him getting killed and coming back. Like, that was about it.
literally, literally, man.
Nothing after that is good. They just
Jason
keep
Todd
giving
as
his fucking
Robin,
characters terrible writers, man.
that nigga as Robin sucks so much. All the fans asked him to die, and he did. And him dying was good because he got better. That shit is so crazy to me. And then once he got better and he got that one good story, he falls off again. And I'm like, man, can Jason get a good story? Like, I feel like Jason has like the potential to be a GOAT,
Uh,
right? He can be a good character. It's just when you read the shit that he's in, it's a repetitive cycle of like, yo, like after Under the Red Hood, he starts to like reform and get better again. And then eventually he's led into the Bat family, and like Batman's like, yo, if you like don't kill niggas and don't be shooting people with those actual bullets, we gonna be chilling. And so he gets like rubber bullets and doesn't kill people. And then randomly he starts fighting Batman again, starts shooting people actually again. And then now he's a villain again. And then he slowly reforms. He's like, yo, and he's like, Batman's like, yo, stop killing people real quick. And then Jason's like, yeah, I got you, I got you, I got you. And then he starts killing people again for another reason. He starts fighting Batman again. And then it's just that cycle where he just goes back to being aggro, and it just gets so repetitive and like actually low key annoying. And I'm reading this shit like, man, can we get something like actually going on? And it's like, I don't know, man. That shit's just
Uh,
annoying.
it, it took you guys 3 hours to do the Marvel section of this.
Absolutely, it
it
did.
did not take us 3 hours.
You've been streaming
Uh,
for 3 hours and 17 minutes.
Well, then my shit's behind because it says 2 hours and 18 minutes for me.
Oh, I would say 3 for me then.
Well, maybe I
But
refresh or
just
something.
fuck in.
Yeah, it's
Just
2 hours and 19 minutes, Ashton.
I actually just read a 2 as a 3 and can't read.
Yeah,
No, right there it says 3. Anyway.
because we did not start at 3. We started making the list at 3. Actually, a little bit after 3.
It was 3:20.
Yeah, and then it took us like a hot 30 minutes to get the list together.
And there's a lot of characters. Oh, anyways, put Jason Todd in dude.
Money
I could
just
put him
likes
in so many
yapping.
things. I do. I could really put him in A, but I can also put him in D. But I can also put him in B. Like I actually like he could jump around. So he
Let's
could
put
put
him
him
in
anywhere.
B, just to put the safe middle.
Sure.
Mm.
Who's next? Who's next? Go. Shut up, hip hop.
Tim. Tim
Oh,
Mathai.
Timothy Jackson Drake.
This motherfucker.
The one who's actually good at being Robin. I actually like this guy. So like the whole thing that makes Tim Drake interesting as Robin, as opposed to like, because a lot of the most of the reason why people didn't like Jason Todd is because everyone liked like Tim Drake, right? I'm not Tim Drake. What's his name? Dick Grayson, right? They're like,
Mm.
yo, we want Dick to be Robin, but DC was like, nah, Dick's about to be Nightwing, and he's with the Teen Titans. Let him do his own thing. And DC's like, and the niggas are like, man, we don't want this new nigga. And so like, fine, we'll kill this guy. And then so they bring in a new Robin like a year later after Batman is like crashing out, right? Because Batman's in his crash out era because Robin literally fucking died under his watch. So Batman's like almost killing niggas. He's like he's on that. He's like what you see in the Arkham games where he dead ass just tortures people. That's the type of timing Batman was on. And Tim Drake, right? He's a little kid. He knew about Batman because he lived in Gotham, and he knew about Robin. And so like Tim Drake's a little genius, and he went to like that circus where Dick Grayson's parents died, and was like, "Yo, Dick Grayson, you're pretty cool." And then Dick Grayson's parents died, and he's like, "Holy shit, that's fucked up." Right? He went there when he was like 5 years old, and then years later, Dick Grayson was Robin, and he figured out Dick Grayson's secret identity because he remembered in the fucking in the circus, he was like, Dick Grayson did like a quadruple backflip, and he saw Robin do a quadruple backflip, and he was like, "Yo, the only people who know how to do a quadruple backflip is Dick Grayson and two Russian guys. That has to be Dick Grayson." So he locked in and found out the secret identity of Dick Grayson, and he found out the secret identity of Batman as like a little nigga at like 8 years old. And then later, when like Batman was crashing out, Tim Drake would ask Dick Grayson to be like, "Yo, can you go be Robin again? Because this nigga Batman's crashing out." Dick Grayson's like, "Nah, I don't fuck with that nigga Bruce Wayne like that. I'm low-key Nightwing right now." And then fucking Tim is like, "Fine, I'm gonna do it myself then."
Yeah, I was
So
like, I'll do it myself.
yeah, literally. He asked Batman, "Yo, let me lock in. I'll be Robin for you." And Batman's like, "No, what the fuck? You're 13." And Tim is like, "Nah, I got you. I got you." And Batman's like,
Trust the process.
I'm gonna let you be my guy in the chair. I'm not letting you out in the field." So Tim Drake for like a couple months is the guy in the chair, and then Batman gets kidnapped. And Tim gets a little bit of training from Batman, just like to defend himself. Batman gets kidnapped. Tim's like, "Hold on, let me put this suit on, gang." He puts the Robin suit. He pulls up. He saves Batman, and Batman's like, "Hold on, this little nigga's locked in." And so Batman's like, "I got you. I'm gonna let you be my Robin, but I'm gonna train the fuck out your little ass." And Tim's like, "I got you. Look, we gonna be locking in." And like the whole like dynamic from then on with Batman and Tim Drake is that like Tim Drake understands Batman the most. So he becomes Batman's best partner. So like whereas Dick Grayson is a contrast, being the light to Batman's darkness, and Jason Todd literally should not have become Robin in the first place. He just needed a father figure in his life because he's a fucking orphan. Um Tim Drake is
Why'd you say
like,
that? It was
yo.
like a slur.
Tim Drake's just like a guy who like Tim Drake hasn't lost his parents. He has his parents. This nigga just like on the weekends or just after school just be pulling up like, "Yo, Batman, I got you. I'm gonna fight the Joker for you." And like Batman's like, "Bet that." And it's like through that dynamic of just like Tim Drake truly understanding Batman as a person emotionally, like Tim Drake, a thing about his character is he has high emotional intelligence, so he can really understand Batman on an emotional level. He knows how Batman fights. He learned how Batman does detective work, and he can really work off the Batman dynamic to really be a better Robin. And just Tim Drake trying to prove himself as a Robin because he's not physically gifted like the other two. He's not a goaded fighter like Damien. He's just a guy who's really smart. That shit and him trying to prove himself despite that, that's really interesting. Obviously, his friendship with a big Superboy, who's a goat by the way, but Jasper's not locked in. I really like that about his character. And just exploring his character. Like when Batman quote unquote dies in Final Crisis, Tim Drake's like, fuck, my partner's gone. So he becomes Red Robin, and everyone's like, uh, Dick Grayson and now returned Jason Todd are fighting to become the next Batman because Dick Grayson doesn't even want to be Batman, but he knows Jason Todd does not deserve to be Batman, and Damian Wayne's 10 years old. But Tim Drake's like, I don't even want to be Batman. I just want to find out if Batman actually died. And so Tim Drake goes on this journey of like searching using his detective work to really find out if Batman died. Because Batman Loki got shot through the chest by Darkseid. But Tim Drake's like, but did he really get shot though? And then like he was searching and he found out Batman did get shot, but he didn't die though. He just went through time and then he found Batman and then he became Batman's partner again, except Batman was an old person now, so Batman couldn't be actually Batman. He had to be Bruce Wayne and just like sit in his chair all day while Tim Drake does all his things. I don't know. I just like Tim Drake stories. Tim Drake can go at like the top of A. That's Big Tim. He's a chill guy. Yeah, this Rocket Glaze is crazy.
That's
Who's
why I say
next?
I'm a
Damian
troll.
Wayne.
It is Damian Wayne.
I was simply Damien's an A. I really like Damien's character arc of being a better person. That's all I can say.
Where?
Where? Below Black Panther. No, below Colossus. I like Colossus more than that nigga. That's like Damien like being like a little bratty ass nigga, but like through like the teachings of Dick Grayson and then the teachings of Batman, instead of being a little murder child, he becomes an actual peaceful, more respectful hero. Becomes more heroic. I like that about his character. But like,
All right,
that's it.
John.
And then we get John Kent, right? Damian Wayne's best friend. Another thing that makes Damian Wayne really interesting is that like in that era of like him being a better person, Superman had a son too, right? John Kent in the 2016 run. The 2016 Superman run is goaded by Peter J. Tomasi, I think is his name. I don't know. Anyways, yeah, the Tomasi run is really good because like it's like the Superman fatherhood era, and like a big part of that era is like John Kent like learning to like make friends with other people and other kid superheroes, and like his best friend becomes Damian Wayne, and their dynamics really cool. The Super Sons comic is like really fun, like it's just simply just some fun shit. And then DC did the unspeakable, the big dickhead shit, and I say DC. This is the Brian Michael Bendis' fault because this
Shout
nigga
out,
wanted to
Will.
like um DC pulls up and says, yo, low key, I don't want this nigga to be 10 years old no more. And so Brian Michael Bendis gets this nigga John Kent
I said shout
kidnapped.
out, Will. What do you mean so rude?
Yo, what up,
What?
Will? Um, so he gets this nigga what's his name? John Kent kidnapped, and then John Kent comes back
Oh.
as a fucking 17-year-old. And everyone, all the DC fans were like, yo, this is fucked up. We don't want this shit. Because now he's too old to be
Thanks,
best
Will.
friends with this little kid named Damian Wayne. And then like niggas were pissed off, and then like John Kent kind of became like a worse character. And but like he's still kind of cool, but like he's low key like,
Okay, can you fucking rank him, please?
oh yeah, my bad. He's like
I want to say you're talking about John.
what do I rank him? Like I like him more in Beast. Below Psylocke. There's parts about John I still like.
I ain't putting him here.
Yeah, what's wrong with that?
Actually, put him here.
This is crazy.
He ain't no Groot.
Bro.
Barry. Barry's Flash.
Oh yeah, Barry Allen. So the thing about Barry Allen, I'm gonna let these niggas know that everything you like about Barry Allen probably comes from Wally West. But Barry Allen's still cool in his own right. Like the things that are actually good about Barry Allen is his whole dynamic with Reverse Flash. That shit's goaded, right? Reverse Flash dynamics peak. Flashpoint as a story, and him having to realize and recognize that he can't save everybody. He can't save his family and still be a hero in the modern day. He has to sacrifice his family despite the fact that he loves them so much. His whole thing with what you call it, his dad's death, his whole origin story, where like he has to be like a detective and find out who actually killed his dad. Spoiler alert: it's fucking Reverse Flash. That's really cool about his character.
This whole thing has been a fucking spoiler.
Yeah, that's so true. But nobody reads comics. Not even the people who claim they read comics.
So not even you?
Nah, you can only trust me. Put that nigga Barry in how many stories do I like of Barry? Put that nigga in a cool B, like above Vision, like right next to Red Hood. I don't like Barry as much as Wally.
Wally is next.
Cause Wally, right? He just has the whole post-crisis era after Barry dies during Crisis on Infinite Earths, where now Wally has to be the main Flash, and he comes in and has to bear that responsibility and live up to the mantle that Barry, elevated as the Flash. I really like that about him, living up to the title. Him being on the Justice League, the whole Grant Morrison Justice League run that I bought 50 fucking issues of, and then bought 12 more in a compact. That shit is gas. Those books are actually low key peak.
Me with magic.
Him in that run is like actually like goaded. I don't know. Well, everything about Wally as a Flash is just better than Barry. Like I put Wally in like low A.
Low
I haven't
A.
read too much Wally, but like I really like Wallace, even though Wallace is technically the black one. I just like calling Wally Wallace.
Higher than the Guardians down here?
Yeah, absolutely. I put him right under Galactus.
All right, Catwoman.
He goes there. Catwoman. I have no thoughts about Catwoman. Okay.
But she's a baddie.
Yeah. Off of baddie card, she's S tier, but like that's it. Yeah. I like her redemption with Batman. It's pretty cool. I wouldn't put her above Psylocke or Groot, Loki or Quicksilver or Wasp, but she's low key bottom B.
Nah, she's chilling.
Hell no.
Beast Boy.
Anyways, Beast Boy. I kind of like this guy.
I like Beast Boy. I don't
Mostly 'cause
love Beast Boy, but I like Beast Boy.
I gotta like think about what I like about Beast Boy.
He's just a silly, goofy guy.
The whole thing with the Judas contract and Terra, and him having to deal with the betrayal of Terra, that's pretty cool. I like that tragedy about him. The whole like torture he went through under. So the Doom Patrol is like kind of like the X-Men, but they're not mutants. Everyone on the Doom Patrol got into a fatal accident that caused them to get like weird superpowers. And then there's this guy in a wheelchair who isn't bald that like is a scientist and is gonna fix them. And Beast Boy is one of those people, right? So he goes through that dynamic, and he kind of gets tortured because the guy in the wheelchair is almost exactly like Professor X, where he's just a fucking dickhead and manipulator. So fuck that nigga. I forget his name. but fuck him. He's not bald. I want him to go bald so I can hate him more. Other than that, other than those things, two
I like how we
things,
didn't put Lex Luthor on this list either.
I know it's fucked up. I feel like it's
Like fucking clay faces here.
Lex Luthor, spoiler alert, goes for me right next to Hulk, right below Hulk.
But he hates bald
Other
guys.
than that, I do hate bald people, but Lex Luthor's a goat though. Yeah, these people can go like right below Wally West.
William, what's your favorite fucking superhero comic book character? Curious. Wait. Yeah, who else is William? My favorite.
Yeah, I know
question.
a guy named William.
Shut up, Monei. He's taking a long time to think.
They just be like that.
Probably Hulk.
Yo, he's goaded. Yo, Maud Will. Oh, he's Maud.
Yeah, I was gonna say he is.
That's my goat.
Maud Will is crazy.
That's my goat. Jasper, move Hulk up, bro. Oh my gosh.
No, Magneto's the goat.
Whatever.
He's not going higher than Magneto or Batman or Superman.
He should. We do need Hulk up, and that Will's vote.
He's literally top 4.
Yeah, he should be top 1.
It's crazy. Raven.
Oh, Ray Ray. I fuck with Ray Ray. I like her whole dynamic with her father, and like she kind of represents what I really like about the Teen Titans, which is like the Teen Titans are kind of like a found family. She really like her joining the Teen Titans and really like moving past the trauma that her father gives her to find a new family in the Teen Titans is really cool. Other than that, that's really mostly her character. It's like every time a Raven story happens, it's either about Trigon or about Teen Titans being her family. So there's not that much to speak of with the character. But she's really cool. I'll put her in A. I'll put her like right above Beast Boy.
Cyborg.
Also, another thing about Raven, I'm gonna quickly say, Raven's a cooler version of Wanda, but that's
True.
it.
True.
Cyborg.
I can agree with that.
Cy also kind of represents the found family thing. One thing about Cyborg, I'll say, this is even like is gonna like bring his character down for me.
C tier is so empty.
It is. I fucking hate when DC puts Cyborg on the fucking Justice League. That shit is so annoying because they're just shadow banning Martian Manhunter. But other than that, Cyborg's really cool. Yeah, his whole dynamic with his own father. I think half of the characters on the Teen Titans have daddy issues in some way. Raven does, Beast Boy does to a degree, Cyborg does, Nightwing does to a degree, Starfire does to a degree. Holy shit, it's all 5 of them. Donna Troy doesn't
it's
have
the daddy issue Titans.
and basically Wally West just has to live up to his father. It's the whole team. Holy fuck. His father being Barry Allen, but like not actually, because that's his uncle. But fucking yeah, these niggas have daddy issues. Cyborg, I really like his father issues though. It's pretty interesting, and it leading into like him getting his powers and his powers kind of being a curse. He kind of has that whole Ben Grimm issue of like never feeling human ever again because of like him being a cyborg and him having to reconcile with that. That also makes it interesting. I also put him right above Beast Boy. I think most of the Teen Titans go together. Like
above Raven or just above Beast Boy?
No, below Raven, just above Beast Boy. Starfire goes right below Beast Boy. Starfire's whole thing of being exiled by the Tamaranians is also pretty interesting. What makes the Teen Titans interesting is the Teen Titans team and the whole thing about being a found family. You can kind of just say the same thing about literally all of them. So like they all just go together for me.
All right, Aquaman.
C tier. Move on. I was gonna hate, but I'm like lazy to do that now.
Alright, Harley
Also,
Quinn.
the Peter David run is really good. Harley Quinn, I really want to hate because I really like Harley Quinn
But
until
she's
2016.
so overrated at the same time.
I like dead ass. Once that Suicide Squad movie came out, the first one, the motherfucker became like the number one woman of Marvel, and like DC started shadow banning Wonder Woman, and I was like, man, can we like that shit just pissed me off. Yeah, she's like a good character though. Like I have to remember that every time I talk about Harley Quinn. Like I
Yeah.
have to force myself to remember that. Otherwise, I would have shoved her in C tier. She can go. You can pick. I don't care.
Um,
I'll put her literally anywhere on this list. Not S, but like she jumps around. Not high A too. Hold on, let me lock in.
I
That's
like her a lot.
actually fine. That's fine.
Poison Ivy.
No thoughts. Really good redemption arc. I say no thoughts and then bring a thought up.
I
But
like
yeah, really good redemption arc. Really good dynamic with Harley Quinn. That's it. I don't know. Put her C tier above Beast.
the Joker.
Okay. I was too lazy to hate on Aquaman. I'm not too lazy to hate on Joker.
He
So
was saving it for Joker.
The Joker's a really good villain.
Yeah.
I
He's a
fucking
good
hate this
contrast
guy.
for Batman. Like it's a good villain for Batman.
I'm so sick of this fucker. Holy shit, dude. Like, man, I just like DC gets lazy when they like write. So when they're writing Batman, they're like, yo, what are we gonna do with Batman? Yo, let's just bring the Joker in. Yo, keep that nigga in jail, man. Like, oh my gosh. Fuck, you like Batman got so many villains, and these niggas are like, yo, but what about the Joker though? I don't want to see this nigga again, man. Oh my gosh. And like the thing is, like, I'll say this shit too, because The Dark Knight's a really good movie, and I think Heath Ledger's Joker is the best Joker performance outside
Hmm.
of the comics.
Hmm.
But like every comic after that book now wants to make the Joker like the Dark Knight Joker, but they don't know how to. So it's just Joker saying, "Oh, but society, Batman," and it's just like, man, what the fuck are you talking about, dude? Like this nigga Joker just yaps in comics about nothing. Like it's a whole lot of nothing, bro. It's like how I yap about nothing. But at least when I yap, actually, there's nothing. This nigga Joker like yaps like me, bro. Like that's the issue. This nigga Joker is a waste of my time. That's the big issue with this nigga. He just comes on the screen and he just kills niggas, and he's not funny anymore. Like low key, like classic Joker used to be funny as fuck, bro. But like this nigga modern day Joker, it's like, yo, let me like, yo, Batman. What if I kill this guy and you can't stop me? Wouldn't that be funny? And you just have to force yourself to read the comic and be like, man, nothing about what you said in my ear right now, gang, was remotely funny. Like this nigga's not funny. This nigga's now just like oversaturated and in every comic possible, just like Harley Quinn. And this nigga's getting more and more boring. But put him in A tier. Like low key,
After
I
all
want
that fucking
him.
negativity.
I want him. Fuck. Right above Damian Wayne, I guess.
Really.
Joker
William.
is pretty cool. Like Will said, it's just Joker like hops around in quality, and this nigga is like exactly like Will said. He just hops around how good he is. Like sometimes Joker in certain runs is like genuinely D tier, but like sometimes he's like peak. He's S tier.
Bane.
Who's Bane? The actual good Batman rival, right? I think Bane's a better contrast to Batman than the Joker is. The Nightfall story is goaded, where he breaks Batman's back. Bane gets kind of glazed for that story though. as if like he did that much. This nigga literally just made Batman fight other villains for 4 days so Batman can be tired. And then Bane walks up on this nigga like, "Oh, you want a box? You want a box?" And Batman's like, "I'll still box your shit," because Batman won't back down. And then Bane's like, "Yeah, but you tired though, nigga. I know you weak. Weave, grab this nigga, break that nigga back. Ah, body your bitch ass." But like, Bane
Damn.
fans don't talk about what the fight that happened after, where Bane gets fucking
Ashton's
fucked up
random ass
by
ad
mustache.
libs.
I got back from taking a poop.
Yeah, Bane is cool though, and like Bane like being like, if Batman grew up in the worst parts of Gotham, like because like Bane was literally born in jail, like so like he grew up with the worst people, whereas Batman grows up with like really good parents that eventually die, but he then grows up with Alfred, and then he grows up training himself to try and be a better person. Bane, his parents fucking died by getting, I think they get like shanked in some stall or some shit, some prison shit, bro. Bane grows up around prisoners and then trains himself to be a worse person, right? And his contrast between Batman. I
Man,
don't know if
Arkham's
you want
so
to.
fucked that they're like, oh, we can allow Joker to escape multiple times, but this baby that was born inside the prison, oh, we can't take him out.
Yeah, it
Like,
wasn't in Arkham, which is worse. It was in an actual prison, like because Arkham's a correction facility. It's a
right, right.
fucking asylum for
Asylum, yeah.
prisoners. This nigga was in some what fucking prison was it called? I forget. But yeah, he grew up in a literal prison with like these actual like murderous thugs, like genuine murderers and like rapists. And this nigga just had to grow up with them as an actual baby. Them niggas didn't let him out. Like he was born there. Cause like, shout out to corruption and jails not caring about people in jail. So yeah, I like that about Bane. So Bane can go right above Captain America.
Two-Face.
Who's that? I also like Two Face more than Joker. Because of his dynamic with Batman. That's what I mean by like these niggas DC use other characters more. But right now, Joker's also like a redeemed villain, so like I can get it. Yeah, his whole thing of like being like Batman's former best friend, and like a really good like what was it? I forgot what type of lawyer he was. Or he was a DA. I think he was a DA. I forget what the fuck Harvey Dent was. And then him becoming like the most, no pun intended, two-faced person of all time. His whole morality is like dependent on a coin flip. And so like he can either be like a really good person and help people, or if the coin flip's bad, he's a really, really terrible person and kills people, right? And like his representation of corrupt justice and how sometimes justice helps people and sometimes justice ignores the people that are in need. I really like that, as opposed to Batman's pure justice, where Batman helps anybody in need, whether they're a bad person or a good person, whether they're a poor person or a rich person. You know what I'm saying?
Mhm.
I really like that dynamic with Batman, as opposed to like, other dynamics. I don't know what the fuck I was gonna go there. So put him like right above Joker.
And then, last but not
Oh,
least, Clayface.
I don't know. I don't even know why the fuck I asked for Clayface.
I
Put that
don't
nigga
know
in.
either, but
I was about to start naming Batman villains, and I realized we added too many characters. Yeah, put that nigga in C, like right below Beast.
he's better than Mantis.
Yeah, because that nigga at least didn't try to fuck the Avengers.
Fucking Mantis right there.
And then we locked in. As you can see, guys, we really like comic book characters. That's why our top two eras are so fucking full. Comic book recommendations for you guys.
Woman of
Read
Tomorrow.
Woman of Tomorrow.
Yeah, both
Um,
bar shit.
Read X-Men, the Chris Claremont run. If that's just too long for you, read the Grant Morrison run, the new X-Men. If that's just too long for you, even though it's like fucking 30 issues, read Astonishing X-Men. If that's just too long for you, even though it's 20 issues, read God Loves Man Kills, because you guys have no fucking attention span. Read Hulk, read Immortal Hulk. That shit's goaded. If that shit's too long for you,
Read Magic.
I guess read World's War Hulk. Read Magic. Don't read her solo run though. Read the fucking Storm and Magic
That's what I'm holding. That's what I'm holding.
a collab book. Yeah, that's what she's holding. And then read New Mutants. But if you're gonna read New Mutants at that point, also read X Men under Chris Claremont. They don't go hand to hand. New Mutants do their own thing, but like read X Men anyways. Read All Star Superman or Superman Red and Blue or Superman for All Seasons. For Spider Man, read Ultimate Spider Man by Brian Michael Bendis. For Captain America, read Captain America Winter Soldier. For Teen Titans, read George Perez's Teen Titans run. I think that's like the only good Teen Titans run. Read Young Justice by Peter David. Um, Read Fantastic Four by Stan Lee. That will genuinely be the only Stan Lee run I will ever recommend to somebody. I think Stan Lee sucks at writing, but his Fantastic Four is actually kind of peak. Or also read Fantastic Four by John Byrne. There's a couple of Fantastic Four runs that are actually really good. Jonathan Hickman, Fantastic Four. Read Jonathan Hickman, Avengers if you want to read that shit. Read Peter David for Aquaman. Peter David's Aquaman is really good. Read House of M because that's actually a good Wanda story, even though I don't like Wanda and what she does in that story. I think that's the only good Wanda story. It's also just a good story in general. I don't know. There's more stories I can recommend. Guys, you guys should read comic books. They're really good. Read George Perez's Wonder Woman too, or Absolute Wonder Woman, or Wonder Woman Dead Earth, or Wonder Woman by Greg Rucka. My bad. Yeah, I'm done.
Yeah.
Maybe.
This is the
Read
list.
Infinity Gauntlet.
This is
Okay,
the
yeah,
list. So in S tier, we have Superman, Batman, Magneto, Hulk, Magic,
I'll go.
Supergirl, Reed Richards, Wolverine, Silver
I'll
Surfer,
go. I'll
Thing,
go.
Nightcrawler, Storm,
My wife.
Nightwing, Invisible Woman, Wonder Woman, Cyclops, Rogue, Doctor Doom, Superboy, Spider-Man, and Johnny Storm. For A tier, because I'm a troll, Rocket Racket.
Funniest placement of all time. I can't even lie to you. This shit is so crazy, man.
Rocket Racket. Tim Drake, Loki, Thor, Thanos, Bane, Captain America, Black Panther, Kitty Pryde, Colossus, Two-Face, Joker, Damian Wayne, Emma Frost, Iron Man, Doctor Strange, Miles Morales, Harley Quinn, Deadpool, Galactus, Wally West, Raven, Cyborg, Beast Boy, Starfire, Star-Lord, and Gamora. For B tier, oh, Brandon does not like the Thing in S tier.
Ban Brandon. What are we talking about? How do you ban him? How do you ban?
Don't ban Brandon!
How do you ban? How do you ban?
Don't ban Brandon. Oh my god. Oh, I'll allow you.
Ass. Brandon, you have a gross ass, my nigga.
For B tier, we have Jason Todd, Barry's Flash, Vision, Hawkeye, Gambit, Psylocke, Groot, Quicksilver, Catwoman, John Kent, Wasp, Cloak and Dagger, and Drax. For C tier, we have Ant-Man is D, who made this crap. Ant-Man is actually Buns. You immediately made me not even consider your opinion, Brandon.
Did this nigga just hold on?
Brandon, I think you just spat the worst fucking take ever. Ant-Man sucks.
Oh my gosh, Jasper. First of all, what I'm gonna get you to do is move Ant-Man to the bottom of D. Hell no. Second of all, what the fuck is this nigga Brandon talking about? Brandon, on God. No, actually, there is one good Ant-Man story, so I'm not gonna let him say that. But this nigga, this bum Ant-Man. Name one good Ant-Man story that doesn't have Ultron in it. I'll say that.
Exactly. Yeah, Brandon. There you go, Brandon.
Bum ass nigga named Hank Pym, or what the fuck is the other nigga name? I swear, dude, I'm like retarded. I have to search it up like a bum.
Don't fucking Bible study me, bro. You got the thing above Thor is crazy work.
That is a little crazy, but you have to talk to Jasper about that one.
That's because I didn't want Thor in S tier, and he wants Thing in S tier. He placed the Thing. You can talk to me. You placed the Thing. The only reason Thor is in A tier is because of me, but you placed the Thing.
Thor would be where Silver Surfer is, or right behind Silver Surfer, and Loki would be right behind Thor if we were locked in.
Yeah, the Rock guy is S tier nice, but Ant-Man D. Y'all need to study. Don't Monet.
Y'all need
Brandon,
Yeah,
how many
Jasper's gotta
comics?
cook supper. Brandon, stop starting things.
Shut the fuck up, Ashton. You can make supper yourself if you want to be a cunt. Brandon, you. How many comics have you read? Let's start there. Don't
read a
tell us
ton.
we need to say. How many comics have you read?
Yeah, I don't know Marvel though. I'm like not locked in like that.
I wipe
I
with
really
comics. You hear
don't know.
that, Monet? He wipes with comics. You have
I feel
nothing on Brandon when it comes to comics, apparently.
I feel that. I feel that. I feel that.
When
I feel
okay, no, I'm actually no, Monet, don't fucking back down, you fucking mongoloid.
that. Hold on.
I actually no. Monet is so well versed in comics. This motherfucker can tell me what story was written by who. He memorizes the fucking authors. I don't give a fuck about the authors, but this motherfucker knows all the authors. He will go, so this happened in this story, which was written by blah blah blah. This is what happened in this story, which was written by this motherfucker. And I'm like,
Huge Ant-Man fan, and this nigga is talking to me. Brandon, keep repping Ant-Man, bro. I respect that, low-key. I respect anyone who actually reps that nigga because, like, I can't name a single good Ant-Man story that doesn't have Ultron in it. I'm not gonna lie to you. I gotta respect you for that. I gotta respect you for that. You're not disrespecting. You're not disrespecting the thing, though. I'm not gonna lie to you.
yeah, you're not
Let's not
disrespecting Ben Grimm out here.
let's not act like Fantastic Four don't. He came out in 1960s. Ain't no nigga care about when he came out. Brandon saying he came out in the 1960s. We could talk about the fact that this nigga couldn't sell comics. This nigga has to be an Avengers character. He has to be on a team with Hulk, Iron Man, and Thor because Ant-Man and the Wasp own comics got canceled because nobody wanted to read Ant-Man and the Wasp. And then they weren't on the Avengers anymore because nobody cared about them on that team. And then they tried to be on Tales to Astonish, but nobody cared about them that much that they were replaced on Tales to Astonish by Namor. Hulk and Namor were rocking Tales to Astonish, and these niggas, Ant-Man and the Wasp, had to go back to the Avengers because Marvel didn't want to cancel them because they didn't have enough characters to sell. These niggas, Ant-Man and the Wasp, couldn't even sell comics in the 60s. These niggas are bums. And Ant-Man beats his wife.
Yeah. I'm actually like astonished here. I'm actually like
Also, we can't talk about being legends in the 60s because the best 60s comics are legitimately the Fantastic Four.
that's what I was gonna say. I'm like, aren't the Fantastic Four like old as fuck?
Yeah, they're legit Marvel's best comics in the 60s.
Fuck the four! Now you're offending me because Reed Richards is the GOAT! I'm sad. Like,
Like Fantastic Four, like 1 to 54, or maybe
and
1 to 60.
so boring, he couldn't even get me to watch his movies.
Fantastic Four under John Byrne is gas.
You
Fantastic
can't
Four
join these.
under
My
Jonathan
opinions are
Hickman
wild. They
is
like,
gas.
every time you fucking open your mouth about an opinion, Brandon, I'm like, what are you talking about?
Fantastic Four under the current run. I forgot the current author's name. That shit's really good. Fantastic Four under the fuck is his name? The artist. Some Alex Ross. That comic that I have in my hand right now, that shit's gas. Right? Trial of Galactus. The whole story with Franklin Richards. The fucking trial of not trial of Reed Richards. The fucking group of Reed Richards. The what do you call a group? That's not a group.
Squad?
Like
Collective.
Team?
not collective, not team. It's a multiversal group of Reed Richards where they come together, and I don't want to explain the Fantastic Four. I'm gonna start yapping.
I hate Superman. Like, really hate him. And everything about him is ass to me. Comics, shows, movies, the whole thing. That's how bad I am. Batman, on the other hand, 1,000% S for me. Well, more than 1,000. He's just a very big number.
See, now you read this, what he just said right here. That's how you know he's not locked in. It's
Okay,
because of those two last
I
two
didn't
comics.
speak much about Superman because I didn't like him either. I didn't care about him. I didn't like him. I thought he was boring. Monet used to be a hater too. Did not care about Superman. But when it comes to movies, I will agree with Man of Steel. I will agree with that. I'll agree that that's a fucking ass movie for Superman, 1,000%.
Man of Steel did so much damage to my goat, man, that it made everyone hate him, bro.
The new Superman movie, I walked out of that movie feeling like I needed to be a better person and that I needed to change myself. I walked out of that movie as a changed person. That movie is honestly one of my favorite movies of this year. If not, no, it is my favorite movie of this year.
Yo, Brandon, name top 3 Batman authors right now.
Well, okay, then shut up. I haven't seen it.
Haven't seen it.
Name
Batman authors. Name top 3 Batman authors right now. Cause I got an idea in my mind, but I want to see what you want to say. Cause you're a Batman fan.
I wonder how long it's gonna take him because he's gonna Google it.
GG's, end stream, GG's, end stream right now, end stream. Actually, that has end stream. GG's, end stream. He said, I knew he was gonna say Frank Miller. End stream right now, end stream. Yo, peace out, y'all. This was a great stream. I love yapping about comics. Jasper's gonna bring another tier list. I think she's doing anime shows, right? Or manga, animanga. That's just gas. This nigga said Frank Miller. Frank Miller is a good author. I'm not even gonna hate. Not top 3 Batman. End stream. Goodbye, everybody. Peace out. Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh.
I'll get that shit tattooed on me. Oh my god. Brandon, oh my god.
Dude, Brandon has like the worst takes.
I don't understand how Brandon is like this uncultured. I actually can't fathom it. Like
Where's my pizza? Oh my
Where's
god.
my pizza?
I'll be back, bro. I'll be
Like,
back.
I Brandon, I have a genuine question. Who's your top 3 like comic book heroes? So DC and Marvel specifically. Because we were gonna put invincible characters in this too, but then I was like, there's too many fucking characters we just put, so I'm not. Sure, 3 from each. Sure, do that. Like how Monei like ran away. You know Monei ran away because it's dead silent.
Yeah.
And that man talks.
That man yaps.
Most of this stream has just been him talking. I barely had opinions. I think I talked the most when it came to Magic and Supergirl.
Second best is Scott Snyder. Scott Snyder? I guess.
I told him to name his top 3.
Whatever.
I told him to name his top 3 heroes from DC and Marvel. So, I'm waiting patiently for this. I fear for it. But I'm curious. Because, like, I have controversial opinions. So, like, it's crazy to me that even I disagree with Brandon. Marvel, Spider-Man, Ant-Man is top 3.
Yo, Green Arrow is the best pick, though. I fuck with the Green Arrow pick. That's the only good take you had on that list, except for Batman and Doom. Doom, Batman, and Green Arrow are the only... Yo, this nigga said Ant-Man in my face.
Ant-Man... Ant-Man's your second favorite Marvel character.
I'll be back. Eat that ass.
I like Beast Boy. I'm not fighting Beast Boy. Ant-Man's your second favorite Marvel character. I understand. It's one thing to like him. Top 3? The fact that your top 3 doesn't contain a single X-Men / mutant is like already putting your opinion invalid to me.
It's crazy.
He's a loser, and that's why I like him. You like him because you like Ant-Man because he's a fucking bum.
He likes that nigga because he beats his wife.
Oh man.
Probably. Fuck, I'm surprised Ashton doesn't like him because he beats his wife. Oh my god, Monei, don't look at chat. Don't look at chat. Don't look at chat.
I'm looking at chat. I'm looking at chat. X-Men equals bums. Holy ass takes. What the fuck? Jasper, why haven't you ended stream yet?
Because I didn't think he
Ban
could
this
make it
nigga.
worse.
Ban this nigga. Yo.
X-Men. Well, mutants, but X-Men. X-Men. X-Men.
Yo. That might have been the worst Marvel take I ever heard in my life. Yo, Brandon, before she ends stream, can you give me like Ant-Man stories to read that aren't Avengers stories? Boring. X-Men are so saturated. Yo, this nigga needs to lock in.
You'd rather watch ants make love.
Dang.
Yikes. Yo, Ant-Man stories, that be happening.
So you don't fuck with Magneto?
Nah, it's raps.
Brandon, you better edit my fucking YouTube video, and then I don't know if I can talk to you again. What
She
are
really
you
said, I
yapping?
need my free labor.
Dark and satirical, irredeemable Ant-Man. I'm gonna search this up. Unless is that a story? I'm assuming it's a story.
And Magneto is Freelo.
Dude, I won't let the Magneto hate slide.
Ant-Man fucked that bitch up.
No. He would not.
Irredeemable Ant-Man. Oh, it's this guy! This is by Robert Kirkman? Yo, that shit crazy. Okay, I'll read this shit. I remember
He
hearing
is
about this
badass top 5, I'd say. So,
Eric O'Grady as Ant-Man.
like...
Oh, this nigga likes the Eric O'Grady Ant-Man? He likes the one Ant-Man that nobody cares about.
This is Brandon, and no one cares about Brandon! I just don't like X-Men anymore. Man, you have me, like, actually, he did. If it wasn't for, well, specifically this goat right here. If it wasn't for her, actually, let me just be more specific here. If it wasn't for this book right here, I wouldn't even be reading comics. And you're trying to tell me it's boring. Okay, he's getting a bed. He's getting a fucking ad. Thank God.
I'm getting an ad too.
It's ad break time, I guess.
Hey, I'm low key. I'm gonna respect the takes, man. I love bad takes. Liking this Ant-Man's a little crazy to me, but hey, man, lock in. I actually like.
I can't take the X-Men as boring. I can't even like.
I've never in my ever like I talk to niggas who like comics all the time and they be having some crazy takes. I've never in my life ever heard of a person ever say they liked Eric O'Grady Ant-Man. That shit is so crazy to me. But I'm gonna read that shit. It doesn't look that long. All I remember is that this guy was in World War Hulk and he got beat up.
Brandon, like, if it wasn't for this right here, I wouldn't even be making this tier list. Because I wouldn't have read a fucking comic.
I'm gonna read an Ant-Man story.
Like,
This story, to be fair, this story don't got Hank Pym or the Avengers or Ultron in it, so you're on the right track.
Magneto, Wolverine, Magic, Rogue, fucking Nightcrawler, fucking. I mean, I'm not a huge Storm fan, but Storm.
That's my daddy, and she's a goat.
Okay, well, at least I can agree that Nightcrawler is a fucking okay. If I ever Storm, oh my god, he just said Storm can fuck off.
Yeah, it's GG's.
I hope Storm is so trash and so dumb. Oh.
Yeah, it's GG's. Oh my gosh, it's GG's.
If I ever hear you hate on magic, I hope you know, Brandon, if you do ever come to Nova Scotia, the very first thing I'm doing is punching you in your mouth.
Hell yeah.
That nigga don't know shit about no damn magic.
She's
A
legit such a
complainer?
complainer, typical woman hero.
Oh, this nigga trolling. He trolling. He trolling. He trolling. Yo, hold on. Yeah, I'm gonna need you. I'm gonna like. Hey, anyone who's watching stream and is seeing these takes, just as you see in the chat, MXZMR. I don't know how to pronounce his channel name, but that's what his YouTube channel is. So I want you guys to watch his channel. I think he's a good YouTube channel. If you see these takes here, don't that doesn't reflect on who he is as a character. But
I
you
think
guys
it
can
does.
also
I think it does.
he's trolling. Yeah, yeah. If you guys see that shit, it's just, this shit is not who he is on the inside. He's actually a great person, and I think you guys should sub up to the channel. As you can see, it's in the chat there. That's his name. Lock in. Lock in.
You know what? You know what automatically makes the X-Men not boring? Kitty Pryde dropping the N-word more than once. That automatically makes that shit not boring.
Facts,
The
man.
only thing they did right with her is kill her ass in the other movie. I was clapping.
Yikes. Yikes.
I never thought Monei would sit here and take Storm hate.
Dude, I think this shit's funny. I think Brandon is locked in. I'm like astonished. No X-Men.
I'm astonished. No X-Men. This monkey.
I'm not trolling, like I'm for real. I just hate her so much. Is it because she's black? Because like
Yeah.
I like when reading comics, I just skip her lines. Fuck that.
Oh god, this nigga not reading no damn X-Men comics. Oh god, this nigga's not reading no damn X-Men comics. Brandon, what's the last X-Men comic you read? I want to see what's pissing you off.
Like what is it like that she did that you like hate? The way she uses her mutant powers, her backstorm. What?
I don't even know what that means.
I don't.
Backstory, probably.
Oh, backstory. Yeah, that one. Yeah.
You know what I don't like about her backstory?
Destroyed. Yeah, that's exactly what he meant.
GG's. I don't like how much her backstory gets retconned into being tied with Black Panthers. I think in the mid 2000s they really tried to tie her shit to Black Panther to make themselves like a more like suitable couple, and that shit was a little annoying. Other than that, her black backstory is like it's
One
fine.
of Monet's favorite couples in fucking Marvel is Wolverine and fucking Storm.
That shit is peak.
Like,
Unironically, a goated dynamic. I find it funny that you call Storm a complainer because like she legit like just doesn't complain.
End of the
Inhumans.
Inhumans versus X-Men storyline was last I read, like 2017.
Okay, so you're reading comics from 2017, and I think that's like the biggest mistake you made because like that era is like just like bad comics. Like the only good comic that came out of 2017 that I know is the greatest comic book of all time, Immortal Hulk. Other than that, 2016 to like 2019 was just riddled with ass comics. Like even Batman had bad comics in that era. It was so ass. And Inhumans versus X-Men was like it was the worst era for X-Men and Inhumans. X-Men Blue? X-Men Blue is good. Like, there's nothing, you know what I'm saying? X-Men Blue is decent.
I like genuinely look at you differently, Brandon. Like, like Ant-Man is his set top two. of Marvel. I like genuinely can't even wrap my head around that.
Your father should read comics, I guess. Like, I don't know what to tell you. Tell him to lock in. Use his brain.
Like the only X-Men that I will say sucks is Phoenix and Professor X. I could say that with full fucking my whole heart.
4 years in a row as an. I don't think you're trolling on the Ant-Man take. I respect the Ant-Man take. I just think it's crazy to hate the X-Men. I think if you don't like the X-Men, it's just because you don't read X-Men comics or just any of the good ones.
I like how he's
if
trying
you
to
like,
prove how much he loves Ant-Man right now by fucking showing that he was Ant-Man for Halloween.
I feel like you just only read like the bad X-Men comics, which was just the ones from the mid 2010s, which is like so crazy to me.
Brandon, you need to lock in on some magic. I'm just saying.
Because like, I still find it crazy.
I'll lock in on some Mag.
And yeah, Magneto. Because like Magneto is the fucking goat.
Locking in on Mag is just telling you to lock in on X-Men as a whole.
Yeah.
Like Lucky.
I'm talking about it.
Yep. He also has like good shit in New Mutants too. I like him in New Mutants a lot. But you don't have to lock in on that though. I think he's a better character in New Mutants. Same shit, different pile. Hey, that pile was goated.
That shit be peak.
It's funny because like out of all the Marvel properties, X-Men is probably the most developed Marvel property other than Daredevil. Like they're the only ones who don't go back to their
Well,
status
yeah, but I
quo.
didn't put Daredevil in this.
Yeah, we didn't. I also didn't think you knew that much about Daredevil to talk about him. So I didn't
Fair.
mention him. But I was thinking about Daredevil, Punisher, like those street tier characters and shit.
Oh, yeah.
But yeah, the X-Men are unironic. Fuck Daredevil is crazy.
Dude, Brandon does not help his case.
That shit crusty.
Brandon, you're crusty.
Like Daredevil.
I genuinely think your brain is probably just shriveled up.
Blind.
And your attention span is just too short to like good shit. Like good developed shit, good written shit, because you have to read too much. Like
Truly.
you're probably the same
Like,
guy that's like, oh, I don't like Hunter x Hunter, there's too much yapping.
He's legit Deadpool, but not funny is the craziest take I ever saw in my life.
Oh my god, he's so far from Deadpool.
First of all, Daredevil's actually funny. Second,
Daredevil doesn't kill.
Just like, he just has a no kill rule. He's also Catholic. He also just doesn't fight like Deadpool. He just. Where do we get Deadpool from? He wears red?
Yeah, like he wears red and he's in the streets, I don't know.
We're on an ad break.
We are.
I think that's a good point to end stream.
Yeah, we need to end this now. This nigga gonna say some worse shit. I don't want him to dig himself a deeper hole.
I don't think there's any way he could dig the hole deeper. I don't.
There is.
I said that after the Ant-Man take, and he got deeper, Jasper.
I was not ready for the X-Men take.
And then it got worse after that. After he hated Daredevil, I don't know. I feel like Daredevil's like, unironically, one of the least hated heroes.
You know, Brandon's the type of guy to say Joker is the best villain in DC.
That's a normal take.
I know it's a normal take, but that's what I mean. Like, Brandon's just so average. Like, he doesn't actually know anything. He just knows the basics.
Then he knows Ant-Man.
Fucking ads.
I feel like that's so random.
I can't hurt shit.
He's just mad that he can't hear shitting on him. Oh. Daredevil is handicapped superhero. He's like Moon Knight Rider from One Punch Man. Moon Knight Rider? Moon Knight Rider. Okay, Moomin Rider from One Punch Man, a useless turd that can't get flushed and keeps coming back to the surface. I stand by it and will place my hand upon a Bible, look the Lord in the face and swear to it. He's also shitting on Moomin Rider, Monei. It did get worse.
I don't know. I don't know. You
I
gonna
told
say?
you he's gonna keep digging this hole.
I was
Just have mercy on
why
him.
is Moomin Rider catching strays right now?
Yo, chill. Moon Rider had a goated moment in the Deep Sea King arc and in the current whatchamacallit webcomic. He's actually going crazy with heroism and his fight with the leader of the gangs. That's not him actually. He's fighting the leader of a fucking hockey team basically. Um, it's a really good fight. Also Daredevil, he's like, I guess he's like Moomin Rider, but he's not
I
useless.
don't think it could get worse.
Matt Murdock has
Yeah, but
aura. I don't want to hear
he's
it.
low key like one of the most locked in street tier characters in Marvel, if we're being
He
honest.
is.
Why the
Flash
fuck is
though,
Flash lower than Captain Fuck America?
because
I mean,
I don't read that much Flash. I'll say that. That's my bad.
I don't
read
like
Flash.
Captain America in all fairness.
And I do read Captain America. Captain America has some gas shit.
I'm
Cat the
not a fan of
goat.
but like he's placed there because of Monet. Like if I had it my way, I'd have Captain America in like C tier.
That's crazy.
I don't fuck with Captain America. He's boring to me. Like most of the Avengers, in all fairness, is boring to me. I don't really fuck with the Avengers that much.
And that crusty shield fuck.
No.
Yo, do you Brandon, do you like Wally or Barry? I'll say that before you say anymore.
Watch him say
Because
Barry.
this also because if this also like fucks up your Flash opinion.
He
Yikes.
said
Dude, get him out of here. Get him out.
Yo, here's the thing. I mess with Barry fans. My whole thing is that Barry, other than Flashpoint and what's his name? Who wrote the fucking Teen Titans running that Green Lantern shit? I forget his name. It's not George Lopez. That's not even close to his name. Wally's better than Barry. I'll tell you that. Wally.
I didn't realize
for 30 years.
I accidentally gave Brandon one of his favorite DC characters on my server. Because he has Green Arrow.
Green Arrow's goated. Green Lantern isn't shit. I just mean the author who wrote Green Lantern. His Green Lantern run, that author that wrote that shit, that's some really good shit. That was probably the best run that came from the initial New 52 run, other than Batman, and other than those two, New 52 was dog shit. I'm still trying to find out who wrote Green Lantern from New 52. Because that nigga, he had a run on Flash that was like 6 issues. Well, run on Barry Allen's Flash that was 6 issues. And then I think he also did Flashpoint. And genuinely speaking, other than Crisis on Infinite Earths, those are the 3 only good Barry Allen stories that I can think of. Like Barry Allen as Flash isn't that good, but that's also because the rest of his stories, his modern stories aren't crazy, unless it has Reverse Flash in it. And then other than that, before Crisis on Infinite Earths, it's just shit from the 70s and behind, which is like just some fuck shit. Like it's just some like it doesn't like it's not that crazy. You know what I'm saying? Whereas Wally West, yes, we love Green Lantern here. I'm a Green Lantern fan. I fuck with Green. Um, Wally West was actually interesting as the Flash during like the post-crisis era when he's on the JLA, when he had his own run under whoever the fuck. I keep forgetting authors' names. And then he would school being mentored to Bart Allen. I'm being so dead ass. Any nigga who reads Flash will tell you that Wally's better than Barry.
Wally the
Like, I feel
fuck
like
bitch. I have to allow it, but he said Wally the fuck bitch.
that's like a normal take. It's like Wally's a better Flash than Barry. Like most people who like the Flash TV show, a lot of Barry's personality in that show that they just put in the comics, it's just Wally's personality. But it's literally because DC brought Barry back from the dead, dropped a New 52, and erased the original Wally, and just gave Barry all of Wally's personality because Wally was so popular.
I'm scared to visit now.
You should be.
You should be. I would get umped.
Yeah, Monet's got friends who do that.
I actually do.
I am one of those friends. I will jump you.
I'll do it just because you wear denim jackets.
So do I.
Yeah, but you're a woman.
Oh.
Jeff Johns, that's the nigga's name. The Jeff Johns Barry Allen run is really good. I'll say that. I hate Jeff Johns' Teen Titans though. It's ass. And
Yeah,
Jeff
I
Johns.
will give Brandon respect though. He is alone versus the world here, and he's trying to stand his ground the best he can.
I
Brandon's
respect
is
it.
alone
I
and all.
respect
Like, I can't even remember what his takes were on the fucking anime MC tier list because I think that was the one.
Terrible, terrible.
But like, I remember they weren't good takes. He was mad about things. I can't remember what he was mad about now, but I'll bring each of you a copy of Ant-Man and then Batman comic from Frank
You
Miller.
don't need to give me
I'll
the Batman
burn the
comic.
Ant-Man comics.
The Frank Miller
for
comics are good.
kindling.
I know the Frank Miller comics is just like saying you like a Frank Miller comic from Batman. It's like just saying you like the Batman movies. Like the Frank Miller comics, like what's it called? The Dark Knight stories are literally like Batman's two most popular stories. Like I feel like a nigga who says those are your favorite Batman stories, you're just saying you only read the most popular Batman stories. That's what I'm like. That's why I was like, it's like Loki fraud watch as Batman fan because like
Broad watch.
those are also like alternate universe Batman stories. I think he also wrote The Killing Joke, which is also another Batman story, and he wrote Batman Year One, which is also
I,
the most popular Batman story.
I want to read the Batman that laughs.
He's alright. Don't read too much of him.
Damn.
Like he's good in the start. Batman Who Laughs is good. He just gets oversaturated. Like they just keep bringing him back. The Paul Dini omnibus. What did Paul Dini write?
Houdini?
I might be.
Houdini.
Because if depending on it, I might agree with you. Dude, I actually can't spell for the life of me. I put D like 8 times in Dini, and like I'm just watching it say S, and I just feel like a dumbass. Does my keyboard not work? What era is this? Oh, this is the Nightfall era. Oh, I respect it. Yeah, this is a good era. I like, yeah. Unless you're talking about the new era. Look like from like I don't know what the fuck you're talking about, bro.
I don't think Brandon's ever stressed me out more until today.
I think he's locked in.
And that's saying a lot.
He's drugged the stream out another half hour.
Listen, I think we can come to middle ground as friends, but fuck X-Men. No! As soon as you say
Yeah,
fuck
we can't
X-Men, I
we
want
can't
to
be
pummel you. That's
Dude,
the
just
take I'm mad about. I don't give a fuck about the, like, you're
ban him.
weird for liking
Ban him.
Ant-Man.
Ban him.
But
ban him.
like, the fuck X-Men is crazy. Is the only goat? Oh my god!
I think X-Men as a collective team probably has the most good characters on its team. Is the funny part. Wolverine needs to die and stay
Damn.
dead. He low
No.
did need to die and stay dead, but they didn't keep him dead, and they made him a better character after. So I actually don't care.
Yeah, well, yeah, of course. Look at him. He's right here. He's literally right here. Like,
Charles does fuck, but I feel like that makes him a good
he
character.
does have children. He literally has 3. Anyway,
He has 4.
I don't know about 4th. I only know about Polar, you know what I'm trying to say.
Hilarious.
Quicksilver and Wanda.
Yep. I forget the 4th name. I don't even think the 4th matters. Oh yeah, Magneto. He like doesn't complain about life that much anymore. I just need you to lock in.
Best case ever, a storm should be deleted and removed. Fuck ass hero.
Yikes. I just don't think you read X-Men. I feel like anyone who read
Oh,
X-Men.
and hold on.
I've read Monei.
For sure.
And I know it's not really helping because you agreed on Nightcrawler, but
Only like their classics? I feel like their Chris Claremont shit, like it's good, but Chris Claremont's a weird writer. I can't fucking speak, bro. I swear I have a lisp. Is a weird writer, right? And his run is really good. But like you get into the 2000s, like I legit think that the X-Men get better each decade, ignoring the 2010s, right? The 2000s with the Grant Morrison run under Frank Wiley and Grant Morrison, that's just arguably the best X-Men run. And then Giant Size, holy shit. Giant Size X-Men's actually really good because it started the Chris Claremont run, but like we're gonna ignore that part. Also, Giant Size X-Men is just a fun comic. And like the Krakoa era is arguably a step, not a step above the Grant Morrison arc, but like it just takes what comes from that arc and just expands upon it so much better that it just makes itself really good. Like I feel like
The only thing that's like making me feel better is that since he hasn't read an X-Men comic since 2017, he's not directly shitting on Magic, and that's the only thing that's fucking saving him from being banned.
like my thing is like X-Men like I feel like it's hard to hate X-Men because the
Unless
X-Men are
he did read this,
arguably the
but
most developed
probably didn't
superhero
because
team
Storm's in
of all
it.
companies. I doubt he read that Magic comic. Not a lot of people have read it. Real shit.
Well, he hates Storm. He probably saw Storm in the name and went, never mind. If he did even come across it.
Like I feel like the X-Men are like with a C is crazy.
Good. Magic is good. Thank you. You didn't write her name right, but the thought, there we go. It's the thought that counts.
Yeah. I just like feel like saying the X-Men is a bad team. Like I feel like saying you don't like X-Men is different. But the X-Men is like arguably the best comic book team out of both companies, just off of writing wise and consistency wise. Like the Justice League, it isn't like consistently as good as
You know what? I can take that.
He isn't
I
even
can
the
take
best team
that.
from
I'm
like
not a big Storm fan either. But I also know she's not a bum. Like she's very fucking she's there. She's very important.
Storm is one of the best developed characters on the X-Men. I don't know what Brandon's talking about. He said she's a bum.
Yeah, well.
Storm might have top 3 aura on the X-Men. Top 5. I'll say that.
Anyways, finishing this, I'm ignoring Brandon now. In C tier, we have Poison Ivy, Beast, Clayface, Mantis, Jubilee, and Aquaman. D tier, we have 3 redheads in a row of Black Widow, Phoenix / Jean Grey, Wanda / Scarlet Witch, and then Namor, Professor X, and Ant-Man. And that is the comic hero tier list.
Like I said, what the fuck?
Why are you freaking out now? Is it because of Ant-Man? We already went over this. Oh, Monei!
End stream, dude. End stream.
Oh my god, he's a Wanda fan!
End stream, please, bro.
No, he's a Wanda fan because he also hates the mutants. So, like,
I gotta say, please end stream. I
like,
can't.
you literally said that someone can't say they like the X-Men and also say they like Wanda, and he does say he doesn't like the X-Men, so.
Yeah, dude, like, I don't.
I
Just, like,
guess.
doesn't have. One is just not interesting, bro. I can't do it.
Why does it allow chat to say who the fuck is smoking meth, but, like, I have to, like, approve him saying someone's a bum? Like.
It's
Remove the thing and place Wanda there in S tier. You're fucked.
Yikes.
I like Wanda, but I also can acknowledge that she's fucked. So.
In this day and age is so insane to me, man.
Oh, wait. See, I have to approve this. And, like, I don't understand why I have to approve this statement.
At least my ass. Fuck ass Aquaman, Ant-Man. If this Ant-Man run is better than the Peter David Aquaman run, and I'll admit that that's just wrong. But Peter David is also a top 3 writer of all time, so that's gonna be hard.
Yeah, well, it'd be nice too late because the tier list is already done. I'll be waiting for the message of apology. Yeah, well, Brandon, your takes have been so invalid thus far that I just don't even think things
I
are gonna
think
change.
Brandon cooked, bro. He might make me an Ant-Man fan. Or at least Eric O'Grady.
That is literally all he did, because there's no other take of his that you liked. And he's made quite a few. He even threw shade at Moomin Rider for whatever fucking reason. I don't know how the fuck he got here.
Yikes. He just came back for the storm hate. It's kind of dangerous in these streets, man.
Yeah, you're shitting on Monet's wife right now.
It's a goat right there.
Like, that is literally his wife. Like, you were shitting on his woman.
Goat right there. I like... I'm not gonna watch no X-Men movies because half of those, like 80% of those movies are ass. I'll watch Logan. That movie's peak. Oh, and X-Men Future Days of Future Past. Oh, and X2, X-Men 2. Oh, and no, that's it actually. There might be another movie, but I'm not thinking of it.
Well, I'm going to end this here before Ashton crashes out. Because Ashton's gonna crash out.
Let that nigga crash out, bro.
No, you don't
Yo,
want to see that man angry.
Spam 2s for Ashton's crash out.
No. Good night, champ. Sorry your guys' taste is lacking.
Yikes.
Yeah. All right, Brandon. You're literally there's 3 people against you. I think it's your taste that's lacking. But the majority rules, buddy. That's how it works. You suck. I'm not saying I love you back because you suck. And you're a bum. And like Storm is 10 times a better human being than you are. So, anyways, this was the tier list.
No.
Hope
Join call really soon. I need you in that call.
Peace
I need
out.
you in the